Alright then. That one's good. Let's change the title a little bit, shall we? It is now after classic area. So, seems like a good time to talk about ESA. God damn it, toilet. Social laundry, imagine. Alright. So, where do we start for this? You know what, let's just see. If I kill myself, can I F2? You do not let me F2. You're a dumb gay. Okay, because I want the title song for this. This title song fits better. And this first kid doesn't matter anyway here, so that's fine. Alright! Hi, welcome to my ESA talk, where we try our best to talk about everything that happened relating to ESA for the past week or so. I'm gonna miss a lot, because I don't remember half of it, I'm gonna be real. What did we do? I don't know, I had fun. That's all I remember. Every day was exhausting. I went to sleep just, like, shattered. It was great. That would be my summary. Like, if you wanted me to ask, like, if you asked me to describe ESA, like, it was good, and that would be it. And it would be a very boring talk, which is why I'm going to be going through the Discord and trying to see as much as I can say to everyone else as possible. Because otherwise this would be very uninteresting, because I am terrible at holidays. Like, my dad's taken me and my sister to quite a few places when we were younger, and for the most part, it turns out, I don't really care that much where I go. I just care who I'm with. So, like, being in Sweden, doing things with people, I don't really care what the thing is. I just care about who the people are. So, people are pretty cool. So, let's just start with the obvious then. Here's the Google document that Wolfie made to show, like, all the people that were coming, when they're arriving, leaving, who they're rooming with, and on the side here you can see some of the events that we had in mind for trying to do. Bowling did not happen, and I specify that because it is much to Wolfie's disappointment. He tried that last year as well, and it didn't happen this year either. But anyway, this year was pretty big. Anuj is never coming. He is still thinking. No, he's still thinking over to this day. That we had a lot of people, some of whom you wouldn't expect on this list. So let's go through some of the obvious ones. Pretty much everyone down here on the left-hand side, except for Flugel. And you. Yeah, all these people were here in 2019, 3 years ago for ESA. Wolfie, Cosmo, BBF, Sammy, Zwanzig, Noctis. Zwanzig and Noctis are like half Fangame crew, half Final Fantasy crew, so, you know. But they're always allowed to join. Kurath, Adam, Alex, aka Trillexium, Hail Mandu, G-Wiz. Was Lude in 2019? I'm pretty sure Lude was 2019, but I don't remember. And Teist, aka Tist, because I pronounced his name wrong. Also, I was there, but I didn't write my name down because I'm stupid. So, yeah. The new people, however, Natsu and Flugel people will probably know. They are part of Team Cherry Treehouse. They are relatively new to the community, and they have decided to crush it with all of their being, with one of the greatest looking fan games that has been made. Like, oh, hi guys. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. Haha, by the way, 10 out of 10 game. Haha, like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, just casually 3D up in this joint. Alright, sure, fine. So they were cool. They were pretty cool. Flugel's from Belgium and sounds British. Natsu's from England and sounds British. Patrick and Ars were also there. Ars, we kind of had a hint that he was going to be coming for the longest time, because he was considering it, but fair enough. Patrick requires some, yeah, from Patrick. Why is caps on again? In ESA. So, here's how we learned that Patrick was coming to ESA. Hey guys, I'm going to ESA. Cool, thanks, Pat. Didn't expect to see you there. And then he has a comment saying that he's registered for ESA. And then he's silent for a month and a half. He says that he's coming in May. He says nothing before it. He says nothing after it for 6 weeks. Hold on, let's turn the webcam on. This is important for this. He says nothing for 6 weeks in this Discord. This man just enters and says, I'm coming, doesn't describe anything about it, and leaves. What are you talking about? This is Patrick. You can't just do this to people. Like, okay, so he spoke about a month and a half later. Cool, what's he talk about? Oh yeah, he's talking about how, like, some of the flights got cancelled and replaced because Wolfie was complaining a bit about it and was a bit worried. And then he's silent for another month until he's leaving for ESA. This is all he said. He had 4 lines over, like, 3 months of discussion in here. Look at all this bullcrap. And he said none of it. God damn it. I need a pop-up chat in some place. Oh my god. Dude was 2019. That's what I thought, yeah. It was incredible! Did I meet Argic? I did! He has no idea who I am because I did not indicate my name. But like, that also didn't seem too important to me, meeting with him. Like, he's cool. I've seen him before at ESA. I've chatted with him a couple of times in his chat because Fruit raided him. How do I do pop-out chat with mod settings? I don't know if it lets you. Alright, cool, there we go. There we go. Alright, so we can move this over here now. And I can try to read things. The abort zone. That's the name of Wolfie's Discord, yes. Wolfie's Discord was by far the big place for trying to do it. You know what? Honestly, I'm just going to leave it on Classic's title screen. This is the background song at this point. I'm probably not even going to play the game. I'm going to have too much to talk about from just looking through everything. That honestly seems like Pat. He always seemed quiet. Oh boy! We'll get to that one. Alright, I'm probably just gonna leave this on the Discord channel for now. So yeah, let's try to find where the start of this was, shall we? It starts like end of July. Obviously there's a lot of just various talk about like, when are you going? What do you want to bring? What's happening? Oh boy, it would suck if you got sick. Haha. So on and so forth. Like, it's not, like, there's some things, but, like, there's not a huge amount that's anything really special to talk about past the fact that ours and Pat went along, which, damn, wasn't seeing that coming. Like, yeah, Fruit doing his run at GDQ, this day has nothing, and there's nothing for a couple of days, yeah, flying out in 3 weeks, so on and so forth. So as you can imagine, there's not exactly a huge amount to talk about, it's just setting up events in some sense, and, like, making sure everything's booked and whatnot. I still need to pay Alex for the escape room. I'm just too sick to want to get on with anything recently, so... 3rd of July, here's where we learn about a dinosaur thing in the bowling alley that helps you bowling. Because Noctis says she can't do it. So on and so forth. Let's try to scroll down to where this starts, yeah. 17th. Is this when things begin? It's more like the 30th, 23rd... So people start arriving on the 22nd, so I'm going to assume around the 20th to 19th. Probably around here, there you go, yep. Alright, let's take a look at this, shall we? So, flights being cancelled. This is genuinely how I'm going to remember a lot of things that happened during the week. Like, I've gone through all the photos and stuff with my mum because she wanted to see, and it was just a quick and easy way. But, like, if we're going to do this right, I want to make sure I go through everything to try to describe things. So, yeah. To start with, we're talking about the travel. At the beginning, a lot of people actually kind of had some trouble with travel in one form or another. Like, some weren't so bad, some were Kurath and Cosmo who had like 14-hour flights, and Kurath had issues with his baggage, where one of his bags got, like, not transferred between flights 1 and 2. So he had to try to pick that up later in the week, but to quote him, like, most of the clothes in there were older than us, so it wasn't the biggest of deals. Wolfie's here saying he's packing without consideration of the Now cardigan, and oh boy, the Now cardigan's going to be a story that only people from ESA might know. That'll be something to talk about when we finally get there. Talking about various runs, various booking places, people traveling still because we're only on the 20th. Talking about things to bring. Because, yeah, Natsu and Flugel brought, like, a ton of games to play on their PC via emulator and then the Switch, and most of us didn't play that. I'm pretty sure, I assume, like, the main crew were Natsu, Sammy, and Flugel. They were like their own like sub-genre group of the Fangame crew, as it were. Which is kind of funny. You could pretty much always tell where one of them is because the other two would be there. And so I'm pretty sure Cosmo played with them quite a bit as well because Cosmo was rooming with those three. But yeah, outside of those four, like, we didn't really play the games too much as a group. We did other things. So, talking about packing, here's our, yeah, the photos begin. Ours took some photos of his flight. I'm gonna assume nobody in this Discord has any problems with me showing any of this stuff on stream because, man, like, yeah, ours posted a few photos. Ours is really good, yeah. And Patrick posted them as well. I'm not going to try to show everything off because there's some just really are just like, yeah, oh my god, it's food. Wow, crazy. Who could have seen this one? I've never seen food in my life before. This photo's incredible. What do you call this? It looks like a chip, but it looks like one of those bumpy grates that are meant to stop hedgehogs from crossing the road. Who... You get the idea. The ours photos are mostly show off because they're funny. Because ours is a funny guy. And yeah, asking about Wii controllers and things again. And here's ours arriving. So he's the first one to get here. This day is Friday, I believe? I think this is still the Friday. Let's just scroll up because Discord can tell me this information. The 22nd. It is, in fact, the Friday. Okay, so we're on the Friday. Good. This is the start of things. Good to know. So a couple of people did arrive on the Friday, which was like a day before the event started, mostly because they had stupid long flights. Not all of us were dealing with that. You did not play that much. I was not sure, Cosmo. Fair enough. You did a 100% Super Mario Sunshine speedrun. Hell yeah. Good job. Nice. Didn't play too much in general. Okay, I wasn't sure. I just knew that, like... You had all the controllers out, and I had to figure out exactly which one was mine and which one wasn't. Sammy looked at the controller and said, that one's probably Cosmo's, because it's on Cosmo's bed, even though it looks the exact same as the other Smash 4 GameCube controller. Scrolling through. For the most part, the chat here is not going to be the interesting part, like the photos and the videos definitely are. But, like, I'll be able to give the backstory for some of that as well. I'm just going through the chat myself quickly to figure out if there's anything there, because like, obviously there's, like... yes. Meanwhile, Sammy. This is actually a decent story. So if you're curious why we're referring to Sammy as the big bundled up guy, it's because he is cold regardless of the weather. The best example is we got off a train when we were going to Copenhagen on like the Thursday near the end of the week, and Sammy's immediate response was, man, it's slightly cold here, isn't it? Over on the other side, I was taking my jumper off. Sammy in a nutshell. He cannot be warm. Warm is just a term that he doesn't know. And here's Gay Wizard. So, Gay Wizard's from Finland, so he was taking a boat over for the first part of his journey. And Nox is complaining about travel problems, yeah. Oh yeah, Wolfie had, like, found the same seat that he was in. So this is 2019 versus 2022 Wolfie. Literally just looks like he hasn't shaved slightly over 3 years, and that's the difference to me. Which I find really funny. Also, this wrinkle's really visible in this photo. I don't know why. I think the lighting's just not so good, so... yeah. Okay, Pat's apparently arrived at some point because he has found the ice cream, which is the greatest ice cream in the world. We will talk about that later because Wolfie made a tutorial, so that's important. People yelling, blah, 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 blah. That's not important. Anu's being a bitch. Yeah, that's all you have to say there. Yeah, and like we said, so if anybody's not seen Patrick before, hot damn, he's an indie dev and a half. I swear, every indie dev has to have long hair. I don't know why. But, like, yeah, there you go. And meeting up with Ars, who was, like, God, like, the least shaven beard I've ever seen. Ars is, like, the wildest facial hair. And all I can do is look at it and think, like, clean it. Clean it up. It could be so decent. What? Yeah. But honestly, like, the best part is it honestly just kind of fits him perfectly as well. Like, ours is too chill for anything, which is incredible. Max is so... Yeah, so Max is going to be the place that will probably get mentioned quite a bit, but I don't think there's any photos of it. So to describe Max, Basically, Max is a fast food place that mostly serves burgers, except they're actually good burgers, for the most part. Like, they're not fantastic burgers. You're not going there and expecting, like, a AAA class meal or whatever the hell. But, like, for a fast food place, you eat that sort of a burger, you think, wow, this actually tastes like a burger. That's not half bad. Ours Photo Saturday Legends, yeah. Nice. Just scroll up to make sure of the chat, yeah. It's a bit overhyped. Oh, very much. It definitely is a bit overhyped, but emphasis on a bit. It's hard to, like, properly hype up a fast food place, because on the one hand, it's a fast food place. It's not going to be fantastic. On the other hand, fast food kind of sucks ass most of the time. And for that level of dignity, like, this is actually pretty good, yeah. It's surprisingly good for fast food. I would not disagree with it. Should also find a photo that I didn't post because I didn't think it was very good. I don't know where it is. It was relatively early on. There it is. I already found it. Fantastic. That'll be for later. I don't know why. Yeah, sometimes people post images in here. One of the images you'll see is from Wolfie. It's a GIF. You'll see it a lot. Get to that when we get there. Yeah, talking about flights being delayed. Here's Wolfie panicking. So once you got off the flight, you had to take a train to Malmo or Hilly Station. And Wolfie was just here like, I need to go to Hilly, but I don't know which one to click because Hilly's not in the list. And Wolfie kind of has a slight meltdown when he's traveling and doesn't know what to do. So, yeah, to quote him, he's shambling. So, yeah. Yeah, he had some problem. Hilly Station's literally the first stop, by the way. You can choose two directions. Admittedly, the trains do go in both directions at the same station, depending on which ones arrive, which is kind of annoying. In the UK, they have to be on opposite sides for different directions. But saying that, if you just pick the right direction, you go one stop, you're good. So, Wolfie was definitely having a bit of a panic with that, which isn't too surprising. And yeah, it literally says on the ESA page where you're going to as well. Like, it gives all the directions on there. And here's the bed that we had. So this was a triple room. So this is for Gay Wiz, Wolfie, and Kale, I believe. This sofa looking thing in the background was another bed that falls out a bit. Yeah, this is Kurath starting to complain about, like, he's had an over-hour delay. And just, Kurath had a terrible trip over. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't remember it all, but yeah. Sleep at 10, get some sleep, wake up at breakfast at 7. So here's the thing about the hotel. So the place that we were all staying at is called the Quality View Hotel. The ESA event is literally on the first floor of the hotel, and floors 2 to 14 are where everybody's staying, which is fantastic. You wake up, you go to the hotel floor, the bottom floor, the entrance floor for food, you go up a floor, and then everything is there. It is a fantastic location. It is so good. But specifically, like, it's worth pointing out the 7 for breakfast thing, because the hotel provided the breakfast for you, which meant if you had a room, you had free breakfast, and it was an all-you-could-eat buffet. It was genuinely good. There was actually quite a lot of stuff there, you know, like, regular stuff you'd expect, like cheeses, hams, salamis, croissants, sometimes pan au chocolat instead. They were pancakes, right? Not waffles. With, like, various things you put on it, like honey, chocolate, whatever the hell. They had... Screw you, Cosmo. This is what I get for having the search function on, by having disabled stream mode. They had just, like, regular, like, English breakfast stuff. They were, like, cooked sausages. I'm not gonna say the sausages were fantastic, but they were decent. They were decent. Scrambled eggs, bacon, beans. There was a lot of choice. And obviously drinks as well, like apple juice, orange juice, milk, coffee, so on and so forth. There was a lot of choices in there. It was pretty good. Yeah, breakfast was pretty decent. The scrambled eggs were crap. That is fair. Yes, they did taste surprisingly creamy. I was not a big fan of them. But, like, if you liked the scrambled eggs, then yeah, it's pretty good. Would recommend. We pretty much, every day, everybody pretty much had the breakfast at the hotel. Ours exploring, yep, fair enough. And here's the beginning of the bikes. So, ours was traveling around and found a bike in a river. You'll see this photo pop up a few more times from various people. Because apparently it was just the thing to do, I guess. So... Yeah, we don't need to talk about the cigarettes, that's not important. So yeah, we're slowly getting people to arrive here as we've gotten here on Saturday. Here's the gift from Wolfie. If you're wondering when Wolfie's waking up, this is how you know. This is the indication that Wolfie is waking up for the day. He got up at 7 because he gave himself like an 18-hour journey in the UK because he was that worried about missing flights and stuff. This is already when he's arrived. Was this the Saturday then? 23rd, Saturday. Yes, so this is when most people are going to be arriving. Yeah, Wolfie arrived on the Friday as well, that was why. So yeah, here you go, here's the start of things. This is snow, Cosmo. You say that you could be convinced this is the UK. The UK doesn't get snow, this is a lie. I would have loved it though. Yeah, people start traveling. The start of like, here's the hotel buffet a little bit. Like, I don't know, what was this? Chili and ginger? Yeah. Apparently Pat liked it. I don't know what it was. I didn't try it myself. Oh yeah, they had smoothies as well. The buffet was pretty good. Buffet was pretty good, would recommend. Here's Sammy's phone. This is how he types. Question him. Forever. Like, he can see a keyboard in this. Don't ask me how. There are no letters in here. You have Q, W, O, and P, which I guess is perfect for a single game. And then the rest kind of don't matter. I don't know what's going on with him, but fair enough. Good luck, Sammy. Friggin' what a mess of a phone. That was rain? Okay, well, goddamn. Like, yeah, it's kind of a mess of a phone there. A lot of traveling. A lot of the Discord chat's mostly in the early stuff, because, like, once we're all together, we don't need to chat in the thing. Now, when do you get here? Yeah, I'm good at this. Woo. Gotta take a photo of something reminding me of Save the Series. Let's go. Plane photos, people flying over, yada yada yada. Here's the couch room. So this is the main room that we had for this year. So, 2019, we kind of took over, like, a part in the arcade room where there was a giant couch and sofa, and, like, we needed a new room because we have, like, 20 people. And this was the spot. It was pretty good. This is, like, do you want to meet up? Sure. Okay, lounge. There you go. So it was, like, one of the few places big enough to actually handle all of us, so... It's very much like a chilling area, but, like, you know, it works perfectly. So, you just sit there and chat with everybody. And so, more photos, yeah. More photos, more cues. Flugel forgot his luggage on one of the trains. Good job, Flugel. You managed to fly over perfectly fine. I mentioned the train that you only go one stop. Flugel got off at the stop. His luggage did not. Oops. It was kind of bad for him, but, like, he did manage to get it back, so it's not too bad. Okay, Now's entrance and banter with Wolfie. So I guess that I'm finally here. So it's now finally worth talking about the big event at the start of this place. Like, I'm like one of the last people to arrive as well. I think I might have been the last. So, Wolfie had a cardigan in 2019. I don't know why he brought it, because Sweden was hot that year, and that cardigan is bloody boiling. But he did, and he wore it like pretty much every day. At the end of the marathon, however, he forgot his cardigan. Oops. Shucks. I don't know if I can get it back, says Wolfie. I'm at the airport. I've already scanned in my boarding pass. Is there anyone left at ESA? Hi, says Nal. I'm still at ESA. Would you like me to get it? And then I kept it for 3 years because Wolfie's plan was that I'd give it back at the next ESA, and ESA 2020 didn't happen for us because COVID and stuff. So, he didn't want to meet up in person. I did offer to give it back to him that way. So I kept it for 3 years. It got worn exactly once when I played Vandal. So yeah, I finally brought this thing back in my suitcase. It was like the largest thing in the suitcase. And my suitcase had a perfectly decent amount of room. I put his cardigan in, and suddenly all my room was gone. It was bloody huge. I actually had a full-on plan for how this is gonna work. So I put the cardigan on after getting off my second plane, which is like the shortest part of the journey. Is like 15 minutes. And it was like, I was perfectly fine getting off the plane. By the time I got to the hotel, I was sweating so much. That cardigan is so bloody warm. The fact that Wolfie wore it pretty much every day in 2019 is ridiculous, because that thing is just like, in winter, that seems great. In the middle of July, what the hell? It was ridiculous. Bloody hell, that thing is melting. I'm like, it's hot now because like it's like 26 outside and the breeze is doing nothing. And I was wearing that thing. It was so bad. Where's your luggage, Luke? Oh, god damn it, nice. So yeah, I had this whole thing in mind, planned. The whole, like, so I hadn't told anyone when I was going to arrive. I was going to, like, take my baggage upstairs. I'd messaged Tist a little bit on the train just to let him know I was coming over so he could reply because he'd already picked, because I was rooming with him so he could pick up the thing and let me in and so on and so forth. Then I come down with the sweater, say hi to Wolfie and stuff, have somebody record it as I'm coming in and hand it back to him like a giant celebrity, like, celebratory check sort of a thing. You know, like, one of those big things you hand it off to each other, you take a photo. Because I thought that would be really funny. So Tis didn't notice my messages, so I just had these 3 bags to carry while I was coming in. I didn't really have the ability to go to my room. And it's a little awkward to, like, enter a room dramatically and have everything set up. When you've got 3 giant bags with you. So Wolfie just kind of, like, sorted out, like, oh, hey, you brought the thing. Like, yeah, I did. Cool. Like, oh, okay, no celebration here whatsoever, huh? You made a big deal out of this for the past, like, 3 months, Wolfie. I think his first response is like, oh, I didn't think of how to pack this. What do you mean you didn't think of how to pack this? You have been reminding me of this stupid cardigan for years. And you're telling me you didn't even consider the possibility that I'd bring it with me. What do you mean? You were reminding me of this weeks leading up to it. So it's just like, I just have like a British comedy sketch instead, basically. Like, oh, no, I had this celebration, right? Like, oh, well. So Wolfie replied like, oh, well, do you want to do something? She's like, here you go. Like, sure, there you go. Congratulations, you got the cardigan back. The event's over now. I'm here, I'm sweaty because this cardigan sucks. Because it's too damn effective. And you know what? Everything's ruined anyway. So let's just give it to you. You can put it on now. Have fun. Wear it for the rest of your life. You won't because you suddenly realize the problem with this. But here we are. Sometimes jokes don't pan out. And it's a bit of a shame, but you've got to accept that. Had this whole goddamn thing planned out, and admittedly, the end result was still pretty funny, but I'm still sad. I had that cardigan sitting in my place for 3 years, waiting for something to hand it back to him. My mum had actually seen the cardigan and, like, mentioned multiple times, like, okay, so we're gonna mail this back to him. And I knew that Wolfie straight up didn't want that. And he didn't. He didn't want that. So it just sat in my room. As Wolfie just contemplates life. By the end of the marathon, he actually, like, suggested semi-jokingly of just passing it around to somebody else. And, like, every year somebody new takes the cardigan home with them. Which is a really funny idea, but I'm glad it didn't happen. So... here's Flugel talking about an HP laptop charger because he forgot his luggage. Oops. So yeah, that's the first meet-up with it. Yeah, that's when I meet up with everybody. I enter the lounge room, everyone's there. Cool, here you go, Wolfie, here's a cardigan. And people look like... I think Swansea actually said, like, was this sketch planned? No, we're just that funny. Brit comedy. It works out great. And I'm a very funny man. I'm gonna brag about that. I don't care. I think I'm goddamn hilarious. Yeah, like, various conversations you'll see are just like, when are we going max sort of a thing. Because, like, this is the Discord for, like, just doing meetups generally. Like, if you want food, this is when things are happening. Kureth complaining. Kureth got there before me, but yeah, he had problems with the airlines, like I said. Like, his baggage didn't get transferred. So he got that eventually. So we won't talk too much about that. Lude, oh yeah, Lude also had travel problems because his train got cancelled. So he arrived at like midnight on Saturday. And he was meant to arrive at like, I don't know, 4 PM probably? So yeah, here's Adam's view from his hotel room. As you can tell, it's a wonderful garden. He's on like the 2nd floor. So entrance, 1st floor, 2nd floor. Which actually is pretty good. He could just go up the stairs if he wants. He doesn't need the lift, but yeah, that's what he gets to see. Here's Loot arriving. Yep. And for the most part, the interesting parts of the Discords are definitely going to be the photos. And like I said, here's Wolfie waking up. That's how you know Wolfie is getting out of bed every single day. So if I scroll past this, you know what it means. You don't need me to quote it every single time. Oh yeah, Cosmo also got an infected finger at some point, so yeah. Yeah, this is just us talking about things. Like, we're at the very back, me and Patrick were at the arcade, so on and so forth. Here was Quick and Crash. This was part of the arcade. We'll probably talk about the arcade in a general sense later, but here's one of the games. This Quick and Crash has been here pretty much every ESA. Most years it breaks. This year it didn't, which seems pretty good. The goal is you have a gun in the box. Actually, I can kind of point this out here. Like, this is a photo I took and didn't post in the ESA Discord because I didn't think it was that great, unfortunately. But, like, I saw Cosmo and ours on Quick and Crash because there were two machines. And I thought it was a really powerful shot seeing these two, like, both seriously staring at the game holding guns. My photo, however, kind of sucks, which is why I didn't post it anywhere. Like, let's just see if this actually looks semi-decent on camera. There you go. So there's ours on the front, and there's Cosmo in the background. Yeah, I tried my best. It's difficult. I took a couple of photos of it because I was trying to get a better shot, and they're all kind of subpar, honestly. They're not great. You get the idea. Yeah, I tried one from behind. Yeah, I didn't post them anywhere else because of that. And they're not really showing up great on the webcam anyway, but yeah, whatever. You get the idea. The photos weren't great, so I didn't show them off anywhere. So yeah, that's Quick and Crash. The goal is, like, you suddenly pull out the gun as fast as you can and try to shoot as many targets as you can without missing. Cosmo crushed this machine by the end. Like, there were two machines, the US one, the JP one. I think the US one was the easier one? I forget. One of them was easier than the other. I'm sure Cosmo can confirm this. And on this one specifically, the right one, Cosmo was the first place player by the end of the marathon. Like, he crushed this machine. Nobody else seemed close as far as I could tell. Because, like, I was playing one of the rhythm games to the side, and I looked over when it said first, it's like, ing. Because that's Cosmo's username on that for some reason, so yeah. US was the easier one. Gotcha, so it was that one, yeah. They say it crashes if you mash the start button. Oh, that's what it was. Interesting. Okay. Literally couldn't use the stairs on floor 2? Really? Huh, I didn't realize you couldn't use the stairs to get up to floor 2. Well, that's annoying. Fair enough, then. Yeah, people kind of arriving in some sense, but for the most part, things just beat Cosmo's time. Give it time. I don't know if Cosmo posted his final time in the end. So this is pretty much how most events started. Like, somebody at some point mentions a thing, and then we all just say sure. Like, here's somebody mentioning mini-golf. I don't know who started it, but, like, gonna get lunch and then go to mini-golf after. There you go. That was the beginning of the Saturday event. Saturday? Was this Saturday or Sunday now? I assume this is Sunday. This is the Sunday, right? 24th. Yeah. So Saturday is pretty much just all meeting up and, like, saying hi and getting our stuff together and just figuring out what's actually happening at ESA. And by what's happening, I mean, like, what can we do? Like, what's actually in the marathon without being a speed run. Because none of us, I don't think any of us really knew what the schedule for ESA was. I didn't look at the ESA schedule once leading up to the marathon. I didn't look at it once during the marathon. I just occasionally poked my head through the door, looked at stream 1, and said, oh, that game's cool, and maybe sat down and watched. Or somebody mentioned it in chat, one of the two. So, yeah, here's how most things went. It's Sunday, it's midday, maybe it was 2 PM, I don't know, like, I don't know how the times work in Discord, but yeah. Ours mentions mini-golf, and then everybody suddenly says, yeah, sure, mini-golf, that sounds great. I was watching a run, apparently. Yeah, alright, cool. And then, yeah, so on and so forth. Like, yeah, people talking about mini-golf, Wolfie trying to get deodorant, anyone else for mini-golf, a couple of hours later, so now we got it going. And now we're in mini-golf! There you go. Skip a couple of hours, we've got mini-golf going on. It was fluorescent. It was very fluorescent, as you can tell. Like, on my jumper here, this orange part was very much glowing. It was everything was glowing in the dark if it could. It was really cool. Yeah, and here's the scores at the end. So, like, there's a few photos that'll come later on. Hold on, let me just, hide this for a moment because some photo got posted in another Discord from Kale, I believe, and I need to find it. From Kale in, I think it was Not Safe for Wonderful. I don't think it was in the Wolfie Discord. God damn it, Wolfie. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Alright, so Kale found a photo, found a statue with a monkey and wanted me to pose next to it. So I did, and he said, like, I asked him, like, what sort of pose do you want? He said, I don't know, do anything. So I just copied the monkey. Because I thought it was funny. Oh my god, hold on. He's just, like, just truly appreciate... Just, okay, what is this? Why is this not opening up properly? Hold on, let's just do this right. Okay, that one's much better. I don't know why copying the link didn't work, but there we go. Yeah, so this is the photo here. There you go. This is a much better photo. So yeah, and meanwhile, there's just Sammy just like... Yeah. Yeah. This is... God, the flugel stare. Yeah. So Kale asked me to pose and didn't tell me what to do. So I just tried to copy the monkey. I thought it was funny. I immediately said that people are going to say that we look alike, and yeah, I can't tell which one is now. Thanks, Seth. AKA Mia. Cool. Yeah, uh-huh. You do it in there as well. God damn it, Wolfie. Yeah. There was that. It's a good photo. Ours on the floor picture. Oh, dude, we'll get there, don't worry. And if we don't, then I'll talk about it, because it's really funny. Go down from floor 13 once. Yeah, that makes sense. Final time was 3.2. Dang, alright, fair enough. Did I catch any of the crowd control? I didn't. I looked at some of it for a little bit, like the Sonic stuff. It looked chaotic, as you'd expect, and I wasn't very interested, honestly, so... Alright, so let's get on with this. So, here's the scores. So, there were like 3 groups, and each group had like a different setup, so I'll scroll back up to that later. So, here's Alex's photo. Like, this is Gay Wizard here, for example. This is what the holes looks like. Like, for the most part, these are just going to be different views. It's mini-golf. You don't need to see what sort of holes we were doing. You could get beer while playing the mini-golf. It was cool. You played mini-golf. I'm waiting for a photo to point out one of the things. We all know why. Hood grows... Yeah, Wolfie's hood glows green, apparently. Oh, this is Wolfie. Okay, that's why. I couldn't place it because of the glow-in-the-dark. Nice. Yeah, the fluorescent stuff was really cool. The effect was really good. Just a bunch of us grouped up and chatting and stuff. Okay, and this is the walk back, so I'll scroll back up for that later. Okay, I don't know what the story for this is, Cosmo. Like, it looks like you're trying to, like, snooker putt a golf ball. I know what this box is, and I'm assuming I'll get another photo of these later, otherwise I'll talk it while looking at this one. But for now, I have no idea what the story for that is. I assume that's the last photo? Dang, that's the last photo. Alright, so we're using the golf putt one. So yeah, the big problem with this mini golf course was they had these boxes, which was pretty much just like, so imagine just like, it has a box with a ramp inside, it goes up, you get over the top, it stops you from going backwards, and then you go down the other side. They were used on like half of the 15 holes. Yes, 15, not 18, not 9, 15. They had 15 holes. These boxes were kind of neat at first, but then it's like a gimmick that gets overused. It was cool, but boy, did we not need it that much. And like, some of them were really awkward to deal with as well. Like, I'll speak about this at the end, but like, there's like the second last hole had one that Kale had some real trouble with. He bounced off the edge a couple of times, but one time he hit it so hard, it went up the ramp, probably hit the backboard and came back down the ramp, which is really sad for his end score. That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, your golf ball got stuck in the box and didn't get out. I don't know, yeah, I don't know how that happened, but I could believe it. So yeah, we'll talk about the scores then. So yeah, so we went around and did scores, obviously, and each group had their own separate thing. So this group had, like, if you went over 5, they just gave you 7 and your turn was over, so you didn't have to worry about it from that point. Let's just open these up in here as well so we can have a better look at them. My group took everybody 1 turn at a time. And apparently my photo's better. And then Lou, Tist, Ars, Patrick, Cosmo's group were like, okay, this is a free-for-all. Everybody's on the field at once. Go ham. But if you hit 8, that's your max. You can't go over 8. We decided to cap at 8 because Kale came up with that at some point, but nobody went over 8 in anything anyway. So, yeah. If you're wondering why this is in green, it's because you had pencils to choose from at the start, and I saw the whole fluorescent thing, and I thought, oh, that's cool. I'll use green, so it's easier to read on the... It was terrible. It didn't do anything. It's crayon, basically. This didn't show up in the dark at all, so... Also, here's the 1 number that Kale drew. He did this 7. And I don't know why. It's just how it worked out. So yeah, here's the scores anyway. So yeah, BBF, Kura, Gaywiz, Wolfie, Alex. 55, 56, 58, 59, 66. BBF had a rough time, I guess. Here's the top ones up here. Lou, Tist, Ars, Patrick, Cosmo, 62, 54, 56, 46 by Pat, 62. Wow, Pat did really well. Yeah, Pat can't count. He got like a 51 or a 52 or something. He did not math well. Like, let's just bring up a calculator, shall we? 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus... I assume this is a 4. Plus 2 plus 7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 8. Maths is hard. He did still win, but you know. Yeah. It's a little... I was really tempted to, like, cross it out and write it myself, but yeah. So, they had trouble on a couple of holes, you can see. Hole 9 was, like, one that you had to curve around a bend and then go over one of the box things, which was a bit of a problem for us as well. But, like, hole 8, which is the real thing, was actually quite a problem. So, Cosmo, where's this image of ours? I don't know if anyone took a photo of ours on the floor. I swear somebody did, but I can't find it anywhere in there. Yeah, so, here's the thing. I made a drawing of this recently because I was trying to explain it to my mum. It's not a fantastic drawing, as you would imagine. Especially with all the lines at once. So, let's give the rundown of what in the hell this abomination of an image means, shall we? So you start over here on the far right. So there was this, like, it was a long corridor forwards. There was a little bounce thing here, so you had to go around the left-hand side of it. So you just start here. You'd bounce off this reflector at the end. Like, there was a curve there, but, like, there was a barrier in the way, so you bounce it off that. And then this red section here is meant to be a ramp going upwards. I think you can kind of make it out in one of these images, like, right at the end. But, like, it's a little difficult. Where was it? This one? Yeah, I think... Is it not this hole here? I don't think it's this hole here. I think it's on the other side of the map. Yeah, so I can't see it, unfortunately. We don't have a video of that. Flugel does have a video somewhere, but I don't know where. Why are people... But yeah, so basically the way this worked is you bounced it off this and it went up a ramp. These 2 yellow things here are other holes. These are not useful to you. If you hit it too hard, you went off the back of this and went into this green hole, and it played a wah, wah, wah sound, and then your golf ball fell out the yellow holes and bounced all the way back to the start, basically. So you had to hit your ball off the reflector and get it in this hole in the middle. Like, a reasonably sized hole, but, like, it was very easy to miss. As you can tell from the scores here, where everybody on the team in front of my team got all 8s. Like, these guys maxed out on everything. Again, they were all playing at once, so all 5 balls were on the ground. Like, they were taking 1 turn at a time, but all 5 balls were on the floor at any point. So, like, no individual group scores are really comparable. Yeah, so it was kind of tough. And, like, I think it was, yeah, the BBF Karath group were playing this while our 2 groups were back on holes, like, 8 and 9 or something, 7 and 8. And, like, one of them got it in the back and it played the wet, wet, where sound. And both our team and ours' team had individual things happen exactly the same time that the sound effect played, which was perfect. And we were all dying. on my team's side, I'd literally just said like, alright, Flugel, I guess it's your turn. And then the sound effect played, like, wah, wah, wah. Which was fantastic. Like, well, I'm sorry, Flugel, but I'm afraid it's been decided for you. I guess you're gonna be a failure this time around. Meanwhile, over on the other side, I don't know exactly what happened for ours' team. Yeah, ours have been dealing with the ramp for 2 minutes, because sometimes the ramp boxes were really problematic. And then he smacked it super hard, it bounced back out, and then the sound played. So at the same time, the other team is also dying, and then we're just looking at each other's team, seeing each other dying, and just thinking it's because of our own jokes, and then we die some more. Alright, so is this is the video of the last hole. Okay, so let's just mute this quickly then. Yeah, okay, so here you go. This is obviously, here's the bounce back. Let's just go to the paint image quickly. Yeah, here's the bounce back. Here's the 3 holes. My art is exquisite, I know. Don't worry about it. There's the hole at the back that if you fall down, sound effects play and you feel bad about yourself. Hey!
How did you do that?
There's the little point there, and yeah, exactly. So there you go. You're slightly off to the side, you bounce it off, you go in. Flugel said, how did you do that? Because, like I said, we'd just been watching the previous group take 8 shots and everybody failed with flying colors. So, on our side, Sammy was the first one to start, and, like, we took it in turns depending on how well you did on the previous hole. So, Sammy started, he took 4 shots, which, honestly, after seeing 5 people take 8+, that felt pretty good! That was great! I set my shot up, because I was next, because I had 4s here. And my immediate thought, like, you know when you say something and just have the feeling like this is either going to go flawlessly or be a complete and total train wreck. So I got a hole in 1. Everybody cheered. It was incredible. I have never been so happy in my life. I have, you get the idea. It was fantastic. I was so proud of myself. Everyone applauded. I got a high fives. Yeah, we just watched everyone get 8s, and then I hole and won it on my first try. It was great. And then Kale followed up, and if you look at the score down here, we kinda crushed this one. Me and Kale kinda just destroyed this hole. Then Flugel had some problems, but fair enough. It didn't matter at that point. We'd already, like, we'd won. It didn't matter what happened from this point onwards. We'd won the hole. Everything was great. Which one's this? Oh, this is ours dying. Okay, gotcha. Good. Yeah, here's ours on the floor dying because he couldn't get it up there and then the sound effect played. Yeah, this is a good time. You can see Cosmo just hunched over still over the side. I think that's Cosmo. Somebody is, so yeah. Yeah. Yeah, then me and Kale just hole and won it like the golf gods we are. I really wish you'd film the next 2 as well. They were so good. That is you dying still. Good. Okay, gotcha. Fair enough. Yeah, it was impressive. It was so good. It was so good. Like, easily one of the highlights for me as well. Yeah, there's Pat Gaming. Oh, no, he screwed up. Yeah, fair enough. Which, it was even more upsetting, because let's just open this back up, because, like, I'd looked at the scores, because I was adding them up beforehand, that's what the small numbers are here, and me and Kale were 2 shots apart. I had a 48, he had a 50, and then we both hole in 1. So yeah, I had a 49, I crushed this course, I don't know how. Like, I never got, like, ridiculous scores other than the last hole, but I was pretty consistent the whole way through. I never got over 5, and Kale has 1-6. So yeah, like, a bunch of 3s and 4s and 5s otherwise. Like, he was pretty more spread out. Like, he had a 1 here and there. This 1-6 here was, like, the biggest defining, like, it feels like the biggest moment. He was really pissed when he finally saw the final scores. This is like, if this hole hadn't gone badly, because he got 5 shots at the ramp right at the start, and then the instant he got it past the ramp, it was a hole in 1. And if you didn't include the retries on the ramp, it was a hole in 1. So, he wasn't upset at me, but he was upset at, like, the scores and stuff. So, yeah, which is reasonable. It's just the way it goes. And then, yeah, there's some other scores. We don't worry about those. You did your best, Flugel. Let's just scroll up real quick. Don't need to show that off. So yeah, that was Sunday's big event. Every day pretty much had like one event that happened, and Sunday's was mini golf, which ended with a hole-in-one, and you know what? I couldn't ask for anything better. I'm so sad it wasn't recorded, considering Sammy's was, but goddamn. I love that me and KO just teamwork, just hold it. Like, we just watched 5 people fail miserably for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then me and KO just light up our shot, like, well, I guess we're leaving this, aren't we? Guess we're done here. Good job, team. It was nice having fun today. Total of like 30 seconds each. Oh, it was good. It was because obviously the other team was done, so everyone was watching us play as well. So everyone just watched us as we just casually crushed the final hole after they'd all struggled. It was fantastic. Like, genuinely one of the greatest things there. Oh dear. Alright, let's carry on, shall we? I don't think there's too much else to talk about. Like, while there's like one big event, most of the other stuff on the rest of the day is just like chilling with each other, getting food at like either the places in the mall that was across the street. The mall was like a small town, for the record. Or, like, I don't know, watching a speedrun or something, playing the arcade, that sort of a thing. Like, it's all the minor stuff, basically, that fills out the rest of the day. I could use this time to talk about the mall, though. So, the mall is across the street. The mall is, like, 4 floors, and it is one of the biggest places you see. It is probably bigger than the hotel. It is long, it is tall, and there's about 30 shops on each floor. This thing is huge! Like, you could convince me, like, if this was a small town, I think it would be survivable. I feel like they would have all of their bases covered in this mall. It is just that big. It could fit at least a few hundred people living in there. I don't know how many people you get in a small town. Maybe 1,000? That would probably be too much, though. But at least a few hundred if you replace the shops with houses. Like, it is gigantic. I'm not going to talk about most of it's a mall. You know what shops are. It's got clothes and shoes and, oh boy, watches, whatever. And there's like a food court, which is pretty good, and that's where Max is, and there was some sushi stuff as well, and some like kebabs and pizza. You get the idea. There was a lot of choice. It was a pretty good mall. It was bloody gigantic. On the bottom floor was basically just 2 supermarkets. they were gigantic. And it said like 722, and for some reason my mind immediately thought that meant like 24/7, except, I don't know, 7 hours a day, 22 days a week, days a month. And then somebody said it meant it's probably from 7 AM to 10 PM, and I thought, wow, yeah, I'm stupid. I saw 722 and just thought like a 24/7. This is meant to be indicating days and weeks or whatever the hell. I don't know. It seems like some weird numbers, but I don't get it, so sure, yeah. Yeah, talking about food again, that's pretty much the gist of what happens here. Some guys found Fortnite Monopoly. They were not playing Fortnite Monopoly by the time we got there. Discussing Food Museum, that will come another day. It was alright. We'll get a story out of that one as well. Now we're on to Monday. Yep. Oh wow, Wolfie's awake. Who could have guessed? Again, you'll notice the theme. So, yeah. I'm still walking into the houses and asking for cheese and bacon meal. Entirely fair. Hey, Alex. Alright, so yeah, we got people talking about that. I swear the card game... So, instead of, like, by the time we got there, they weren't playing Fortnite Monopoly. I think they were playing a game called Coop. Like, Coup. C-O-U-P. Game about betrayal, killing each other, pretending you have things you don't, you know, so on and so forth. I don't know if there's really much to say about the card games, especially because I wasn't a part of it. Like, they seemed fun. People enjoyed them. It was funny seeing moments, but I didn't play them personally, so I don't know what the funny stories are. Watch Cosmo's stream for that, I guess, or Wolfie's. Ha, good one. Yeah, on to the Monday. People doing food, waking up. Oh yeah, so we kind of started doing a game-making thing at one point. Because we had an idea of like doing a giant game-making session, game jam sort of thing. It seemed like it would have been pretty cool. It didn't quite work out, unfortunately, because we just didn't really spend long enough in it, and then we never found the time to go back and do it again. KO had to leave early, unfortunately, because he got sick. So, yeah, that was a shame. Yeah, for the record, this is KO Mandu. This is the guy that made Crimson Needle. This is Gay Wizard. This is the guy that made Eclipse. Finnish, Swedish. This is Patrick, he's American. This is Tist. Also Swedish. Wolfie. Unknown. Ars. Cap. And this is Kurath, who is also American. Made Farewell Medley. All of it. Every single part of it. There is nothing that's not made by him in Farewell Medley. Yeah, that's the assortment of people. I don't know who's taking the photo, but I guess I'll find out. It was Alex. He's in chat. He's bald now. That was genuinely one of the biggest shocks of the marathon. Alex has no hair now. Alright, sure, fair enough. Oh yeah, there was a chess tournament going on, and Zwanzig and BBF were both a part of it, and Zwanzig got to the top 4, so that was cool. Good job for him. Yeah, so the game making thing went mostly alright. The big problem was, like, we started with the ideas, and we started getting some of the coding stuff done, and then we all got hungry, and then I think that was around the time KO had to leave as well, which I feel like was probably the biggest damper for, like, carrying on with the game making. But, like, also we just started, so, like, I'm not going to be able to help with the coding thing. I'm just going to be able to help with ideas and saying whether, like, I can make platforming or something. The biggest thing that came out of the game making thing is ours just decided to say, like, one of the ideas is left water. Now, if you're thinking, like, but now, what gimmick is left water? So is ours. So was everyone at the table, and he offered no explanation. So we had this piece of paper going around, so everyone wrote down what they thought left water was. My idea was literally just, you can't press right in it, you can only go left. Time characters, I'm a fairly logical and simple person, I don't know. Kurath's was like, the screen spins to the left as you're doing it. Hale had an idea that the kid grows to the left while you're in the left water. So, you know, an actual interesting idea. And a bunch of things like that, and it was pretty cool. And Alex is apparently coding some of them. I don't know if he still is or when they will get finished. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately the game making thing was kind of short-lived. I was kind of hoping it would carry on because I wanted to make up for the 2019 game jam. But oh well, it is what it is at this point. Maybe we'll get something out of that later, we'll see what happens. Bit of a shame, because it would have been really cool, but yeah. Kale is actually real, yes. We were all in this room? Oh yeah, maybe you were in this room during this photo. I think I just left to go get a drink or something. Yeah, I think Adam's down here. Yeah, you're right. You're down to the right here, Adam. Yeah, I remember that now. Nothing to do with Monopoly was on our own. It was nothing to do with Monopoly? Really? Interesting, huh? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, BBF talking about chess. People talking about where in the hell is everybody. Lime Coke's okay. Oh, do you have the components of Pilk? Pilk is Pepsi water. Much better than Pilkle, which is pickle water. No, sorry, Pepsi milk, my bad. Pilkle is Pepsi, pickle milk. Yeah, there you go. Word's hard. Don't try pickle milk. Stinky can confirm. Pepsi milk? It's alright. We'll get to that. Oh yeah, and now we get to the next part, which is, at some point, ours have been trying for a couple of days now to organize a giant get-together to eat baby carrots, because Skull hates them. Like, the sound's fine, specifically the taste or something, and then Cosmo and, like, Stonk recorded themselves eating baby carrots and then posted it on Twitter. So ours wanted, like, a big conclusion to it, where he just organized everybody getting together. For some reason, people didn't think I'd be able to hold a straight face. I don't know why. I know I smile a lot, but I can be serious if I have to. For example... you know what, I'm just going to pause this real quick just to remove my... You don't need the webcam with this one. Alex could not hold himself together. Patrick may look confused to you. This is because Patrick has no idea what's happening. He was just asked if he wants to eat baby carrots with everyone. He's like, sure, I guess. Okay. And we recorded it from his phone because we thought it would be even funnier if it was Pat was the one that sent it to Skull Dude, because it just seems completely out of the blue that way. But he has no clue what's happening. Alex, please, get a grip. Oh, hey, there's Adam in the background. Nice. Oh. For the record, I showed this video to my mum yesterday when she... yesterday on Sunday when she dropped me off. She loved it. I don't know why, but she found it really funny. So, yeah. Yeah. Does this... You get this off of my phone. I remember that. That was great. My bitrate's dying? Yeah, I just saw it say OBS was struggling, so I don't know why. It seems like it's fine now. The FPS is tanking it. Why is the FPS 20? Oh, because I'm doing monitor capture and that always ruins the frame rate. Yeah, sorry about that. That's just kind of how it goes, unfortunately. Yeah, and then everyone burst out laughing as soon as the thing was over. Yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, basically Skull just really dislikes this sort of thing for some reason, and there you go. Yeah, who was recording this? So Tist was the one recording, so yeah. Carrots, yeah, Skull just can't stand the taste of carrots. So for some reason, this is how we taunt him. And you know what, I'm always down for taunting Skull, especially considering how much he made fun of Britain being hot recently. Go screw yourself, Skull. Enjoy the baby carrot video. It was a good time. Yeah, doing monitor capture always kind of screws my PC over. It's not too big of a surprise the frame rate's tanking it. That's just kind of how it goes. I might just be able to capture Discord, honestly. I'll just see if that works. Like, maybe it's fine. I'll have to recapture it because apparently it's the wrong size. Good to know. And now the frame rate's 50. There you go. That's how it works. It won't show me tabbing over, like, I'll have to do monitor capture if I ever try to show an image in a better time, yeah. So yeah, that was the second activity of the day. The game making was supposed to be the first one, but it didn't really last long enough to exhaust everyone, especially as we just went for food. So then carrot thing happened, and then we all kind of like, you know, huddle, break, okay, we're all doing our own thing now. Yeah, I was in the arcade with Adam, we went for food at some point, so on and so forth. This was a bag left over in the game making room, oops, Alex. I gave it a pat at some point. Yeah, here's another photo of the game-making stuff. Oh, no, yeah, game-making had been given up at this point. I guess they're playing card games. Sure. Zoom in on the cards, okay. It's 3 aces. So they're playing, Texas Hold'em? One of those sort of games? And the flop is like 3 aces here. This is why I didn't turn off the monitor capture. Here you go. Yeah, no, that's gonna be in front of... Okay, you know what? You go to the top then. There we go. There you go. There's the flop. 3 aces right there. Nice. Yeah, playing poker. There you go, yeah. Yeah, for the most part, this is, Monday. Wolfie drew Klonoa to some extent because it was Flugel's birthday. Good job, Flugel. Congratulations on that. Yeah, that's cool. That's one of the card games. Pepsi milk. So, yeah. Here's the Pepsi milk. The real question is obviously, now, where did he get this giant glass boot from? And that's because Oz brought us along with him from the US on like a 14-hour flight. Because Cosmo did well and I won a tourney. And this is a Badlands boot from, the I Wanna Know... well-known I Want to Be the Guy fan game. I don't remember what the hell the name of that thing was. Like, seeing Badlands chug as much coke in 2 minutes or whatever the hell it was. Like, it's a Badlands boot from that guy. It is goddamn huge. And it's full of Pepsi milk. So Cosmo tried to drink as much of this as he possibly could. Here's Pilk Yang. I will not watch all of Pilk Yang.
All of Pilk Yang. Are we like properly live and stuff?
Yeah, we're live now.
Okay.
Because this is going to take forever. It's 13 minutes long.
There's some water rolling out, don't worry.
This thing is huge.
Yes, it does.
Pouring.
Oh,
Oh, this is
feels
just the
so
milk.
wrong
Okay.
already.
like this.
Oh god.
Yeah. This is the size of the boot versus a person's foot.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Look at the cream on that.
Guys,
Oh my
it's just chocolate milk. Don't worry. Don't worry. You know the fucking porridge?
I guess this is him pouring Pepsi in or something, which, yeah,
Okay,
that makes
we're
sense.
getting a couple of questions.
Come on. Alright.
And here's him trying to drink as much as he can.
Gentlemen.
I think.
You're watching Street
Bruh.
House Chugs. I kept.
Oh, is it just going round the room as everybody chugs? Okay, I guess everyone's trying to take a drink because there's just that much in here.
Why are you still drinking?
Jesus.
It's alright.
So yeah, the people in this room at the moment
Oh,
are
Lord.
Sammy, Cosmo, Ars, Flugel, and Natsu.
Yeah.
This is a bit weird. Oh, the aftertaste is weird.
Yeah, you get the idea.
Jesus Christ.
They drink, they do
What?
things,
Why
yada yada
and
yada
stop?
yada
All
yada
good.
yada yada. Pepsi milk. Ta-da! Tuesday! So I assume this is discussing New Museum? I don't need to say anything at this point, you get the idea. Alright, I guess this is the arcade photo. So this is really early in the day. There is nobody in this arcade, as you can see. There are 4 people. This guy is, like, just one of the tech crew, obviously. You'll notice, out of these 4 people, both Groove Coaster machines are still in use. Because these things would never be bloody empty for some reason. I don't know why they were so goddamn popular. But, like, they were always in use. 90% of the time you could enter this arcade, at least one of the machines would have a person on it, if not both. Every single time. And to just give an idea of what the arcade was like, so there's 4 pinball machines on the left here. Gatewiz actually did like a rating of all of the games that you could. This is in the groove, it has DDR charts as well. This is where Pat was. Here's Quick and Crash in the background that we spoke about earlier. Here's Groove Coaster, rhythm game. Pretty cool, pretty fun. Definitely on the easier side. In the background we have Bishi Bashi, which I have a photo of my high score, but like that won't mean anything to anyone. I did like, I played solo, somehow I beat it in 20 rounds in like 8 minutes 15. I don't know how I did it that fast, because the final 2 sections went by really slowly, but I did, so... I didn't post that video anyway, image anyway, because I didn't really see the point. But yeah, Bishi Bashi is a great machine, and everyone should play it. And all I know about it before this marathon, this event, was that Gizo crushes at that game, because he did it GDQ years ago. Yeah, 20 rounds, I know, right, Sammy? Like, the last 2 bars just started in, like the smallest crawl you've ever seen. So I just thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to make that, but okay. I wonder how much Coke Zero can Badlands Chug in 3 minutes, Watson. There you go, that's the one, yeah. How did it survive the trip? I could not tell you, Flo, but it survived the way back as well, as far as I can tell. Thankfully, you didn't catch anything from each other, haha. Nat drank a horrifying amount, nice. They were, yeah, the machines were free when everyone had gone, so yeah, Bishi Bashi is great, but it's also like a lot of mashing, so your hands are killing you by the end. Anyway, carrying on around, behind this guy you have Sound Voltex, which, in contrast to Groove Coaster, 90% of the time, Sound Voltex was free. So I'm just gonna scroll through this real fast, and you can get a good idea of how this went. How do I go back in this stupid phone? There we go. Alright, so here's the start of the ESA photo. Let's just show this on the webcam. You see the 4 photos here? That's not what I was looking for, phone. Thank you very much. These 4 at the start, that's Sound Voltex. There was a lot of Sound Voltex. The other way of showing off how much Sound Voltex I played is by going into my DM with Stinky, because Stinky posts a lot of his Sound Voltex on Twitter, and I thought he'd like to see the Sound Voltex stuff that I posted. So I posted a lot of Sound Voltex. It was free! You don't have to pay to play. I wanted to play Sound Voltex at some point, so I play Sound Voltex. Because the machine was never goddamn busy for some reason. I don't know why. Isn't Sound Voltex meant to be the popular one? It is definitely a harder rhythm game than Groove Coaster is, but nobody was ever using it. So I was like, alright, fine, I guess I'll play that. I couldn't play Groove Coaster because everyone else was. It's meant to be popular, yeah. And then to the side of it, as you can see, there's these 4 Jubeat machines, because Jubeat's been really popular at ESA. And honestly, like, a lot of the time, most of these were in use. Like, at least 2 or 3 of them were pretty much in use at any given time. So, yeah, they had good use. There's Guitadora here for guitar and on drums. The guitar one is like Guitar Hero, but worse, in my opinion. You don't have hammer-ons and pull-offs. And if you have, like, double notes or single notes, you've got to have only that note pressed when you strum. So, I don't like it very much. Mid-tier game at best. Then we had Poppin' Music, another rhythm game. I didn't try to play that one, because I had Sound Voltics. And then Miku Rhythm Game with a controller, which is pretty cool, actually. I also didn't try that because it's the Miku Rhythm Game. You get the idea. Yeah, overall the arcade was pretty cool. For the most part, this is where I wanted to stay, because, like, I like rhythm games. I'm a big fan. I've played way too much Guitar Hero over the years. Yeah, and carrying on with the day then. So yeah, this is Discussing Food Museum Day. Here is... But like I said, I play Sound Voltics. At some point, Pat suggested, hey, we should do Sound Voltics together. So here's 8 people trying to play Sound Voltics at one time. Here's 8 people trying to play Sound Voltics at one time. This is my hand on the start button. I'll be using the knob later. 8 people trying to play Sound Voltics at one time. I wanted to try to play the max difficulty, which is a 20, but unfortunately you actually have to be good to unlock 20s and be able to play them. So it wouldn't let me yet because this is the first time I've ever played Sound Voltics. I worked my way up to 11s, I think I did alright. I tried to out-Wolfie with an invincible alien on Groove Coaster. They didn't work because I posted from phone, so phone's butt. Flugel got his luggage back! Congrats, Flugel, it's Tuesday! Yay! Don't worry about that, folks. Yeah. Flugel got his luggage back. Cool, good job. No problems there. Wolfie liked Jubeat a lot, but, like, he was gonna get crushed if he actually entered this tournament. Why did I post these for? Oh, these were probably the ones from the co-op one. Yeah, these are our scores from the co-op runs. Like, which school? This one's, Oh, that's a 10, so that's not hard. Yeah, okay, neither of them were very high scores. We do have a video of it somewhere, but it took an eternity before it got posted in the Discord. I don't know why. So you'll get to see that eventually. Snail on the drum machine was failing to register. Dang, that sucks. That's a shame. Ages to start Sound Voltics if you don't have a card. You could actually get a card for both Sound Voltics and Groove Coaster at the desk. Unfortunately, Sound Voltics still took a long time to start up because it was slow as balls. It was real long loading. Completely untranslated and incomprehensible. Actually, that is plausible, Sammy. Yes, the Sound Voltics we had was Sound Voltics 4, and it was entirely in Japanese, but I don't know if Sound Voltics even has an English version, so if it does, I've actually been aware of that. You didn't die in round. Oh, I actually did see that flow. That's cool. Okay, I didn't know how far you did. So here's on top of the mall. It's a good view. Me and ours tried to get up here and we couldn't find a way without going through an emergency exit door. We didn't want to be a problem, so we didn't. There's clearly a way up otherwise. Yeah. This place is really flat. Like, it's really flat. Why is there high encoding CPU? I'm not even... Alright. So yeah, this was the hotel that we were staying in. Specifically the left side. I don't know what's going on with the right. Like, this is another hotel, I guess, that built themselves on top of it later and decided to just, like, dwarf the Quality View Hotel, I guess? I don't even know. This thing here is... This thing here is actually the mall, isn't it? This thing here might also be the mall. The mall is huge. So, yeah. It's big. Hey, nice bird. So, yeah, and the place, honestly, like, Sweden's a really flat country. You can see really far, as you'll find out in a later photo as well. Like, this place here specifically didn't have, like, a huge amount going on, though, so, yeah. Alright, so that's for that. Here's the Disgusting Food Museum. Gay-Wizard was the main one that really wanted to go to this. His end result was kind of disappointed, and honestly, same. It's meant to be a disgusting food museum, it's fair enough, and Wolfie took vote. I'm not going to go through all of these. This one was kind of funny. I posted this on my Discord. People immediately said something like, ah, yeah, it's Justin Bieber and Martin Garrix. You know, that's who we are, clearly. Obviously, that's who these two people right here are. Uh-huh. Here's Justin Bieber and here's Martin Garrix. I guess. I don't know. Wolfie just thought it was a cool photo and stuff, so yeah. I missed the giant walking video, didn't I? Yeah. So yeah, Wolfie took photos. He did the typical tourist photos there. I completely missed that video, didn't I? Oh my god. As video... Like, it was really early on. Crap. 2020. Oh, okay, so I've already gone too far. Here we go, yeah. Okay, so this is just us walking down the streets when we were going from the mini-golf. And, like, Alex just found it really weird seeing, like, so many people that play I Want to Be the Guy fan games in some sense. Just walking down as a big group, you know? Yeah, so this is literally it. It's just seeing all these people. Everyone here is an I Want to Be the Guy fan game player in some sense. Everybody. It is huge. Considering how small of a community we are, it is pretty impressive to see. It is pretty cool. Alright, there we go. Scroll back down then. Scroll all the way back down, back to where we were. There were a lot of people in our group. Like BBF said at the end, we were probably the largest group there at ESA. Okay, yeah, so here's, like, more photos. You get the idea. I'm not gonna, like, hover too long on them. So here's the Disgusting Food Museum. The general idea is they show an image of something, and then they have a description. Bowl penis. It was eaten as an aphrodisiac. So on and so forth. If you want to read the full description, I don't know, check the VOD. I'm not gonna go into it. Like, the reason I found this a little disappointing was, like, some of it was kind of cool, like, it's a bull dick. And, I don't know, this is them eating fish, like, after it's been killed, but it's still moving around, which, one of them was literally just showing live maggots. And then some of it was Pop-Tarts. Yeah, there was Pop-Tarts in there. It's like, this is bad because of preservatives, so it lasts forever and it's not good for you. Like, is this really the right place for this? Like, here's wine, because antifreeze was used in it at some point, and that was considered a bad thing. I don't know if that's disgusting, especially considering it's been outlawed now. Like, that's not really a food, per se. But alright. Yeah, so it had ups and downs. Gay Wizard was kind of disappointed. Honestly, I was as well. Some of it was pretty disgusting. Some of it was Pop-Tarts. So, yeah. Enjoying penis is more about the texture than the taste. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Is Sweden Netherlands level of flat? Yeah, I don't think it's quite that level, but it is pretty flat. We tend to think of our community as niche. Oh, Nat took a video of the maggot cheese? Okay, cool. Do you know where that is, Sammy? Because I don't think I saw it in the Discord. I'm pretty sure that's not in the Discord there. Yeah, so, yeah. We got hit, the photos below are, like, up from afterwards, so we'll talk about later. But yeah, so, we got here, we saw things. I finished reading everything I wanted, because, like, it's all like this. It's like, thing, reading box. I finished reading everything I wanted to read in, like, half an hour. Somehow these people took 2 hours here. I do not know how. I also literally don't know how, because about an hour in, I fell asleep on a comfy chair. Let's just open the paint up again, shall we? Let's just make a new image right here. So, here's more or less the layout. So, like, down here's the entrance. Like, there's a ramp. There was some stuff going on. It doesn't really matter. The thing here, thing in the middle. Like, there's some more stuff up here, but that's not what's important. Little box over here. Like, this is a pillar. Stuff like that. And then there's some more stuff. Yeah. And then up here, there was a chair. In this area, there were some books in a chair that you could just read some books. They weren't disgusting. The chair was really comfy. It's like this chair behind me if it didn't have a ton of clothes on it. I haven't put everything away yet after this. This is all the washing, basically. Like, this, look at this, look at this kind of chair. This is a comfy-ass chair. It would be great if I used it. So I sat on that chair, and at some point, because I was just waiting for everyone, I fell asleep. You know when everyone else realized that I was asleep? Because they were all outside the museum. Because they had all vacated the premises and suddenly thought, hey, Dal doesn't appear to be with us. That's a strange thing, isn't it? I wonder where he went. Meanwhile, literally at that moment, thankfully, I just, like, woken up, looked around, like, oh, I guess no one's here. I don't know how I had no fear. Maybe I saw someone in the doorway or something and thought it was fine. I just walked my way casually over after being asleep for an hour. Because I was exhausted. Because, like, every day I'm pretty much hanging out with everyone as long as I am awake. I am never getting any downtime. And even with the 7 hours, 8 hours sleep at the end of the day, I'm still tired. Like, it was fantastic, but also very, very tiring. So yeah, I fell asleep at the Disgusting Food Museum. Which does sound like a very me thing to do, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Wolf. We're talking about ESA. Yeah, the entire museum smelled bad. I'm told that I can't smell, so I had no... It genuinely didn't affect me. They gave you bath bags, and I have my own with me still. I think I put that in the backpack. I can get that. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Here's the Disgusting Food Museum. This is a bath bag. Because, you know, they expect you to throw up. I went in and like, hey, it's like the outside. There's no difference here. I don't know what the problem is. And I'm like this every time and it's great. Never gets old when people just like, hey, now, what's the smell like to you? Ah, oxygen. Which the answer most people immediately, the question most people immediately come up with afterwards is like, oh, but now, then how do you taste? Like, I don't know, with my tongue. I can't give a comparison. I don't remember what it was like before, and I could smell. I was like 3, so... I have some taste. It's probably lesser than most people, but I can't really give, like, a good description of it, so... With my tongue, what do you expect from me? So it's the obvious answer as well, because most people can't really think it through, which... Fair, I don't blame him for that part. Yeah. For COVID. No, I haven't been able to smell for like decades. I am pre-COVID on this one, trust me. I am way ahead of the curve on that. Like when COVID symptoms came out and said like, oh, if you can't smell, you might have COVID. I just had to sit there like... What the hell do I do then? This makes no difference to me. Like, oh no, what will I do? I can't smell double. I haven't been able to smell since I got my tonsils taken out, so yeah. Yeah, they did actually get to try some of the stuff that was at the museum, at the end of the museum. I wouldn't have minded trying some of that, that would have been kind of cool. However, again, I was asleep, so shucks. There was like 6 levels of like spiciness, 5 was like the level of pepper spray apparently, 6 was more so, and Lude and Cosmo both tried that. There was some disgusting stuff, some like, there was some fish things, there was some like shark that's meant to be like the most putrid shark in the world or whatever, and so on and so forth. I don't remember the details, especially because I was not there for that, because I was in the corner sleeping. That was my experience with the Disgusting Food Museum. Like I said, I don't care much about the places, I just care about the people I'm with. And if that doesn't prove that point, I don't know what will. Here's round 2 of the bike. The bike is still in the water. But it's a running theme. And now we get to our next story, referring back to ESA 2019 again. Spoilers, you'll learn my real first name. Whatever, like, I don't know if that's really doxing myself or anything, but sure, like, quite a few people know it at this point. Just call me now, regardless. So yeah, here's all of us eating pizza from a Domino's that's nearby. Here's us still eating the pizza from the Domino's that's nearby. Let's just like show this in big view, just so we can all truly admire this, shall we? Here is us all eating the pizzas. It is decidedly adequate pizza. It is not fantastic, and you know what? I didn't care, because we have a story from 2019. So, in ESA 2019, at some point there was some like quiz event that happened. Some of our group were in there, like BBF Noctis, Wanzig, and somebody else. I chatted with Maelstrom, going through some of the questions with him, trying our best to answer, but like we weren't part of a group. They lost. Shame. It's like third or something. They did very. It's alright. It's alright. Did alright there. Did alright. Didn't win, but you know what? It's good enough. So we leave. So whatever. Like the quiz is done. We don't need to worry about it anymore. It's lunchtime. We're hungry. Apparently there's a Domino's nearby. Let's go over there. We go over there with a big group of like, I don't know, 7 or 8 that year, I think it was, in 2019. And a bit of a problem. We're told they don't have enough dough at a pizza place. So they can't make large pizzas, but they do have enough dough for medium pizzas. Don't ask. I don't know how that works either, but there you go. Another side story, just before we carry on. Swedish people are very well known for being very bad at the letter J. They can't pronounce it very well. So, for example, the word jump is generally pronounced yump. Just like, that's just how Swedes talk, apparently. I'm pretty sure it's, like, lesser nowadays. Like, younger people are probably better at it nowadays, but that was definitely a thing. So, for example, when we came in, we all wanted to try to order, like, individual things or as a group. So I wanted a large meat feast pizza with Adam, because we were going to share a little bit. And when you order your pizza, they ask for your name, and they put your name on a giant electronic board to the side, as you can see at the bottom here. It says name, Jacob, being made, status, and then ready in 17 minutes. They ask for my name, and I give them my name. And I have to give them my name again, because they have trouble understanding it. And then I give it a third time. Like, they seem like they get it, and I think, alright, cool. And then we look at the board later on, and it's like, okay. And now, Games is getting a pizza in about 20 minutes. That's right, my real name is Games. Congratulations, you have learned the truth. It was pretty cool when they named a marathon after me. I wasn't expecting it, but it's really done a great job for donations to charities, so I'm pretty happy about that fact. They can't pronounce the letter J. They cannot handle it for the life of them, and they were crashing and burning. So yeah. I dox myself every time I close MS Paint. Oh dear. Alright, so yeah. So I ordered a pizza and they delivered it under the name Games. It was like, my name finished because it says ready 17 minutes, like checking and then finished, so then you're called up. Mine finished and then like 6 other people went in front of me and got their pizzas first somehow. And then I got my pizza and it was wrong. It was a pepperoni and not a meat feast. So they were floored on 3 counts and I was pissed. And I held that with me for 3 years. Was it funny? Yes. It was goddamn hilarious how incorrect they were. And I held for that for 3 years. Now here's the other note that needs to be stated. So while we were waiting for our pizzas, the quiz show ended. Because obviously, a team has to win. You know what the reward for that quiz was? A large pizza. They tried to get 2 mediums. The best part, one of the best parts of 2019 was we heard later on, like I think during that day, that the Domino's apparently decided to close early. And we managed to make it crash and burn, basically. We crashed a Domino's in 2019 at ESA. It was a good time. It was a good time. We made a Domino's close. So yes, why are we at a Domino's, you may ask, after going to the disgusting food museum? 1, we wanted food. 2, I was stubborn. The whole reason we went to this Domino's here is pretty much entirely because I insisted hard. And I'm so glad everyone else joined. I didn't know, like, not everyone. Some people went back to the hotel, which is perfectly fine. Like, Wolfie's not in the shop, for example. But, like, I wanted my pizza, and I wanted it fixed. So, yes, here's the redemption. They spelt my name correctly. Congratulations, team. Part 1 is good. Part 2, it is a large meat feast pizza. And damn it, it was decidedly adequate, and I didn't care. It was a decidedly adequate pizza, and I knew it would be, and it tasted like victory. I ate all of that pizza. That was my lunch. It was a bit too much, and I was eating all of that, and they could not stop me. Because you got a large and I got a large, like a large pizza's that small. What do you mean a large pizza's that small? This is a pretty decently sized pizza. Yeah, we went on mass and they're like, well, God help us all. We're gonna struggle with this. 3? What was... Okay, I don't know which parts that's replying to. So Navala, for the most part, we all refer to each other with our, like, online names, because referring to real names is weird, apparently. Some people do, like, genuinely, I've had multiple people I've told my real name to, and they say, that feels weird, I'm calling you now. Wolfie is one of them. They called us the gamers and got excited. Yes, they did! Yeah! Look, to be fair, Sammy, I did not finish the pizza until we got back to the hotel. I had like 2 pieces left or something by the time we got back, and I just finished them in the main room because everyone else was done first, unsurprisingly. Oh. Yeah, you don't even know half... Yeah, I don't know half the team's real names. We had like 19 people there. I don't know what most of them are. Flugel showed me his real name from his suitcase. I entirely forgot it within about 5 seconds. It was not important to me. He's Flugel. Why do I care about his other name? That's not the important part here. I already know what to call him. He's the guy without a working going on, boss. I'm gonna run that joke into the ground, aren't I? I probably already have. Oh, God. Yeah, so we got back after the pizza thing. My day was complete because I got my goddamn redemption arc after 3 years of waiting, finally. And the rest of the day is kind of like, it's the rest of the day. It's already like 8 PM. You're not going to do much. This is the chill period. Like, oh, dear. Like, there's not going to be much happening. Like, oh, we did FMQ. Oh, was this the first FMQ then? Ours reposted the photos. I don't know why, but sure. Okay, so this is the first instance of Fangame Music Quiz. And our first instance of we need to defeat Skull for the good of the community. So Fangame Music Quiz is a quiz in Farewell Medley where you get... There's various versions, but the main one is ranked, which is you get 30 questions, you are given a song, and you have to guess what fangame it's in. You start typing the name and you can auto-complete it from there. Some of them are impossible, like it's a Toho song, it's in I Want to Beat the Spikes. There are 7 Beat the Spikes, good luck which one's which. Some of them are just like, Shining Collection, it's classic, we're good. And then a lot of them, you just start trying to memorize them because there's like 2,000 songs and eventually you start seeing repeats because you have so many attempts. Skull Dude put like 90% of the songs in this list and just knows them all, so he had the high score of 3,700 when we started. There's also this one, which is, let's just scroll down for this image real quick. So yeah, Sonic 2 music, bosses. Answer. Enjoy the stimulated strawberry lollipop dandy. We thought it's Boshy because it's Boshy. It's not. This is like the only answer that's just out and out wrong. But boy, was this one wrong. Holy crap, that was so far off. Oh my god. That submission was literally Wolfie putting the extra boss that no one played from his game and no one knows it actually exists. So maybe it's in, like, maybe it's in the Dandy as well, but I'm not sure if it is. If it is in the Dandy, it sure as hell should have Boshi too. It's also in Boshi. Okay, so it is actually, it's actually in Dandy? Seriously? That's messed up. That's messed up. What do you mean extra boss? There's no bosses in that game. This is just an audio clip of us failing on the last question because it's hard. And here's us for the first time beating Skull Dude. So yeah, Skull had a 3700, like 400 over everyone else. 800 over everyone. Like, he has way too good of a score. So at some point, Kurath decided we as a group needed to defeat him. This was Kurath's plan as far as I'm aware, Skull. Yes, that's right. He's the one that just, like, he had the laptop and sometimes Kurath would just, like, make us as a group play something. Like, we collectively beat I Want to Kill the No Guard at ESA as well. It was cool. And as you can tell, trying to beat Skull was a real challenge. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Pat did a better video. Yeah. You're really going to be slow on loading, aren't you? Alright. Let's just give this a moment. So for the record, the faster you put the song in, the more points you get. So you pretty much want to post the song immediately, like in 5 seconds or so if you want to get a good score. And by good score, I mean a beat Skull score, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why is this video loading so slowly? I'm like down on the floor somewhere here, I think.
Yes. Good job.
It was a good time. It was a lot of effort. Skull has way too much knowledge about these songs. It's stupid. What the hell, Skull? I believe we called him up immediately after and he said something like, "What? No! You're cheating." It was like we all died. It was fantastic. And then within an hour, Skull got 4K, because, yeah. This is going to be a recurring theme as well, so, yeah. Maggot, cheese, and DMs. Thank you very much. Alright. Yeah, I know, right? Adam, it's incredible. Yeah, no, Eric, so here's the thing, Eric. BBF's genuinely a pretty cool guy in person. It is genuinely like night and day seeing him in person versus his stream persona. And I don't know, the stream persona worries me. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, in person he's great. Alright, so, okay, so here's from the Disgusting Food Museum again. So this was the live maggots thing. Like, they're literally just in there crawling around.
They're moving.
Yeah.
There's a few that have escaped.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they just had that there. Yeah, it's an alright video. Yeah, there you go. That's, yeah, Disgusting Food Museum. Yeah, we beat Skull. If you beat this, I'm straight up never playing FMQ again. So if anyone wants the quote that Skull is a liar, for the record, that he is a terrible liar, and he needs to improve, here's the line. Also, yeah, there's one game from Go the Adventure 77 that literally 0 people have heard about, and it's not on Delph and apparently it's a game that exists. Like, nobody's seen or heard anything of this game, and look at this thing. Look at this thing, it's such a nothing game. Yeah, it's typical adventure fan game, basically. Adam at 3 AM, there's nobody in the arcade. I'm actually surprised, like, on day 2 or something, I tried going up to the arcade before breakfast and it was shut, so I'm surprised that it was open at 3. Go for the oldest / original fan game that used it and it's fine. How's Boshi doing, Skull? Genuinely, Skull, can you fix that one, like, right now? That one's really annoying. That's so upsetting that Boshi's not right for that somehow. Or Run the Marathon? I don't remember if Run the Marathon had that too. Both have it, okay. How did FMQ not be... Yeah, okay, yeah. FMQ conversations. That's the only time Skull was in here, basically. I don't know what this is about. Alright, so song picks, whatever. Thanks, Ian. Ian's not any part of this. Why is he in here? You know what this means at this point. Welcome to Wednesday. This is the Wednesday, right? I'm pretty sure we're over to Wednesday at this point. 27th. Wednesday, yes. We're already going to bed at like 1 AM. Everyone's already getting tired. Waking up before 10:30 is already becoming a problem. And if you don't get up before 10:30, you don't get the food in the buffet. I messaged Wolfie Pan au Chocolat because I knew he wanted it, and I was right. So, yeah. Pretty much like the event for the day was decided on the day. Like, you didn't really know what was going to happen until things happened. Yeah, we all played Kill the No Guard on, like, Karas PC. It's alright as a game. It's alright. Price Karath gave it a 7. Fair enough. This is escape room day. This is Wednesday. Okay. Yep, there's bike. I don't know where this photo is. So yeah, we all had an escape room. Some group had the Zodiac Killer escape room. That's them. Here's Karath with a pickaxe about to murder Patrick. They went biking afterwards. Here's the zombie outbreak group. Sammy, Flugel, Natsu, and Cosmo, aka the group that are all in the same room for sleeping. And here's my group. This is Lude, myself, and Alex. We didn't take a photo, it didn't even cross our minds, and then we were gone. I still need to pay Alex for this, and I'm aware of it. I'll get on with it probably later today. It was really cool. There's escape rooms. It's escape rooms. I don't know what to really say. Like, there's puzzles. The puzzles were solved. Our group's biggest problem was not that the puzzles were hard, because we were good at pretty much all but one of the puzzles. One of the puzzles was a bit of a problem for us, but outside of that, it was great. Our problem was that we were blind. Let's give an example here, shall we? So right at the start of the event, we went in, you go around, you start exploring for things. There was like a jacket on a chair in one of the places. So like I walked behind the chair because it was easier to get into the pockets. It's like one of those like army jackets and it has like a bunch of pockets here and there. So I just took it from the back, started searching through them, didn't find anything. Alright, whatever, leave. About 15 to 20 minutes later, we're struggling with one of the puzzles, and the person on the intercom says, "Hey, have you found this thing in this image?" And we say, "No, why would we have found that?" Like, you should check the chair. Oh! Good! So, yeah, as it turns out, while I checked all the pockets of the thing on top of the chair, I never pulled the thing off the chair for some reason, and there was a thing just right here on the chair being really obvious. And, we didn't get that, so... Yeah, we were definitely accepting the hints because most of the time we got stuck, it's because we just missed something obvious. Like, I'm not alone in this one, for the record, because at the end, we finally got off 2 padlocks to open a big box. It was a very, very long box. Like, you could lie down and be around at least half your length. We opened the box, we got a bunch of wires in the bottom of the box, like, oh, cool, wires! Pick them up, take them to the box that we need somewhere else. What we didn't notice, myself and Luge, because we were working on this, is when you open the lid of the box, well, there's a bunch of wires on the bottom. There is a giant blue obvious looking key on the lid of the box there. We needed that for the end. Somehow we missed that one. So yeah, they told us about that one too. Puzzle solving, easy. Looking with your eyes, oof, that one's a problem. That one's a bit hard. So yeah, we're kind of stupid in that sense. Oh dear, it was a good time. Yeah, the main thing I know about the other escape rooms is that in the Zodiac Killer room at some point, somebody had to, like, lie down in, like, a box under a bed, and then everyone else had to sit on top of it. And Wolfie found this thing, he opened it, he saw what had to be done, and immediately turned and looked at BBF, apparently. And then BBF went into the box like, you know what? Sure, I'll kill myself for the team. So, and then he got dragged to another room. You need to pay Alex for the drawing. Yeah, this is Alex's professional work. Even though Lude posted it, so don't worry about it. It's going straight to my emotes right after this marathon talk's done. So yeah, we finished the escape room. Pat has suggested going bike riding after this because he wanted to go bike riding. Ours wanted to join because ours wanted to explore. And the way these bikes work is these things are literally just everywhere around the town. The scooters as well. You literally just pick them up, pay on some app or something, and go. That's it. There's no place you specifically put them or anything. You just find a bike and say, this is mine now, smiley face, and ride into the sunset. I don't know how this works, but apparently it works for them. So yeah, there's a bunch of photos of these guys just biking around, doing whatever the hell it was they did. It's tourist photos. Like, I'm not going to look at them for too long. I don't know. Whenever I'm going on vacation, the tourist photos are never the interesting part to me. It's like, oh boy, a building. Yay. Yeah. It's like, what do you say to this? There's no interesting stories behind it. It's just like, it's a rock with people. Ooh. Ooh. Game Wizard went through all the machines at the arcade. The pinball ones surprisingly have quite, like, different ratings. They're pretty much based on, like, how much he enjoyed playing them. So here's one pinball machine, it gets an F. Here's another one, it gets an S. Bishy Bashy gets an S. Groove Coaster's an A. In the Groove's an A. Sound Vortex an A. Yeah. I mean, I don't need to look at that for too long. It's Groove Coaster. And Kill the No Guard gets a C. Nice. I didn't realize he put that on there. Don't know what this is about. We met up in the retro gaming room. We didn't always meet up in the lounge, as you saw from the game making photos. Sometimes we met up in the side rooms. They were there. Oh yeah, more photos. There you go. So yeah, some of the escape rooms actually got outfits. So here's the prison break one. They got like a little cutscene sort of thing at the start. Tist is now called Bobby. The organizers say so. It had to be true. That's just how it works. Apparently Tist, Noctis, and Swanzik here were a team in 2019 as well. So it's cool that they got to reform and do another one together. Just want to show this one in full view because this is great. Go on, tab over to OBS. There you go. There you go. Like, why is ours trying to seduce the cameraman? Noxus is just bored of being there. Zwanzig's just like, oh god, why did I do these things? Just 1,000-yard stare. And, like, Tist is losing his goddamn mind, apparently. This could genuinely be the photo of a TV show, and I'd believe it. What? Wait, Oz, are you why are you offering knives? Oh my god, that's so much better. Oh, this is a great photo. I love this one. This one's fantastic. So yeah. Like, maybe Noxus just knows something I don't. I feel like that's how it's going there. So yeah, this is a good photo. I'm a big fan of this photo. You broke a record. Oh, congrats, Flo. Good job. Oh, that's a vent. Oh, I thought it was like a plastic covering with a bunch of knives inside of it. Okay, yeah, videos are... the videos aren't great on the bike riding. He's holding with one hand and riding with the other, so you get the idea. Like, I'm not even going to mute classic for this, because... yeah. They're riding bikes. Like, I don't know. They explored quite a bit, actually. It was actually pretty cool for them. They had a lot of fun. This is a water tower. Yeah. Tourist photos. Yeah, so, Skulldude was in a chat and said, screw you, Cosmo. But in ruder words, and as you can see from here. Yeah. And Cosmo replied back to Skull. So I thought that was worth taking a photo of, because I thought it was funny. This is always appropriate. Is he streaming this? Oh, he's not streaming. No, he must be streaming this somewhere. Whose stream was this? This Wolfie's? Why is there 100 views? No, this was Stinky's stream. That's why. Stinky was playing Farewell Medley. That was the one. There you go. Meanwhile, yeah, there's a bunch of conversations about this, and yeah. I thought it was funny. So I took a photo of that and that's in there now. People that know Kookaloo. You, me. He's not wrong, Skull. Why are there so many Kookaloo songs? Why the hell is Touch the Ev in this? God damn it, I can't blame you for that in the slightest. But yeah, here's round 2. We beat Skull again. After much effort. I don't know if there was a video of this one. It took a long time, but we got 4,200. For the record, the max score is like 4,800. Which means like humanly viable max score is probably like 46 or something. Yeah, the only reason he's not beating it immediately is because of Overwatch, apparently. Okay. And then within like an hour or two again, Skull beats us by like 40 points because he knows way too goddamn much about it. Reminder, it's taking us like a team of 10 to beat Skull here. Like, he is the greater good. Yeah, he was playing, he apparently got like a perfect score for this. Like, he got every question correct, but he was also Discord streaming it, so every song took like 10 seconds to load. So, he was on a delay because of that. Oh, hey, Wolfie's awake. What day are we on? 28. So, this is the Thursday. Alright. So, Wednesday was Escape Room, Tuesday's like Discussing Food Museum or something. Sammy can't spell his name, but did well on Quick and Crash. Ing is 4th on Quick and Crash JP and 2nd on US. He was not 2nd by the end, I can assure you of that. Patrick has this, like, the squishy power box thing. It is adorable, and it's soft and huggable, and I love it, and I wanted to take it back with me. Play Patrick's power box. Not too interested in bowling. Wolfie really wanted bowling to happen, which is fair enough, but, like, by Thursday, we were all getting really shattered. We were all starting to get tired by this point. So instead, for this one, we went out for like a 6-hour walk in Copenhagen. That was Thursday's plan. Also, it's Zwanzig's birthday. Congrats to Zwanzig. He's 30 now. Good job. Yeah, again, it's gonna be tourist photos. Like, they're good views and all, but like, yeah. Tourist photos. There are a couple of important photos in it. Like, you'll see this photo like 3 times in here. From very slightly different angles, and this is why I don't find them. It's like, oh wow, it's the same thing as above, but it's different. Ooh. We saw elephants. That was kind of cool. Like, the path that we have found was, like, actually around the back of a zoo, so we got to see elephants without paying for the zoo, so that was cool. Wow, it's the same photo again. So there's one that's actually kind of cool. Here's the jar. We found a giant jar, and it was a great place for, like, a group photo. So we had a group photo here. If this image would open instead of minimizing again, I could show it in a bigger screen. There you go. Here's everybody. This was cool. This is, like, one of our big group photos. I was trying to do, like, a slightly demented, like, look, but partly because of the distance, I just look like I'm just smiling like an idiot. Hello, it's me. I just look like I'm smiling normally. I don't know. It doesn't always work out. Cosmo, meanwhile, has, like, the worst droopy eyes you've ever seen. And everyone else is here as well. This was just a good place for a group photo. And then, yeah, obviously on the other side was, like, the ramp, the hill. Where is it? Yeah, this one. This is the other side of that jar. Here's a jar. Group photo. But there was a better group photo. There's better group photos later, like train station. Looking like they're in the Tom Cruise film that I've completely forgotten the name of right now. I don't know if we're going to have more photos of this, so I'm going to talk about that in a bit later. Group photo. I think someone said they were disappointed we didn't actually all make the pose of the statue. It just didn't cross our minds. We were just walking around at this point. We'd already walked around quite a bit. Wow, I haven't seen this one before. Different photo of elephants. Here we go! The sacrificial altar photo. This one's always a good one. We found this thing and immediately thought it looked like a sacrificial altar, so I landed on it. There you go. For some reason, only Flugel's photo was here. I swear that, like, Lude came in later and actually found a stick, so it actually looks more like he's trying to murder me. Yeah, there's no stick on this one. He's just got the pose. So there you go. Here's the sacrificial altar. Everyone's gathered around, waiting for the sacrifice to begin. I was fully up for this one. It was great. There were just rocks and stuff like this in various places. It was fantastic. Like, yeah. So, basically, let's just talk about the tower a little bit. So, you know those, like, machines that, you know, Ferris wheels, that sort of thing. It's like a long tower. You go up, it then just drops you like a rock. It was like that, except without the dropping. It just spun you around very slowly, 360 degrees, and let you look around. And you can see from here, this place is flat. God damn. This place is really flat. This building was like this machine was like the tallest thing here. Like, holy crap, you can see everything from here. You can see the ocean, but like, that's not hard. We traveled across the ocean from Copenhagen to Sweden anyway, so. And this is the zoo again. So, yeah, I think there's a couple more. Okay, so these are the Noctis photos now. So, yeah, take off monitor capture so we can actually, like, get some sort of frame rate. Surprisingly, most of these photos of me in it. I don't know why. Yeah, like, it's photos of Copenhagen as we walked around. No, this can't have been Copenhagen. This must have been coming back from the escape room, I guess? Because Noctis took these photos? She did not join for the Copenhagen walk. Top Gun, thank you. That was the thing I was trying to think of. In English, 20 is 30. Yeah, I literally said, Eric, like, this is the line that you know that Skull's a terrible liar. Yeah. Immediately went straight back in the instant we beat a score again. Okay, just catching up on the chat quickly. Every picture had you blinking, unfortunate Cosmo. That sucks. That's really sad. Looks like he got to. No, he offered Fram. He chose to do the murder pose. You Necron get. I'd consider it. Yeah, this was back from the escape room. Okay, so this is back from the escape room again from Wednesday. Noctis just took a while. Here's the useless box. If you don't know what a useless box is, you push this button, and this lid opens up, and a hand pops out, and pushes the button off again, and then the lid closes. The box's whole purpose is to turn itself off. The problem is, this box was broken, so all that happened was the lid just flapped open and closed constantly, and the hand didn't turn itself off. Which was hilarious, like, bang, 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 bang. It didn't work as intended, that's for sure. Tourist photos, tourist photos. It was kind of wet, yeah. Like, yeah, we all had our hoods up. It was raining like a reasonable amount, so. Cool. Tourist photos, yeah. And I guess we've come back. So, we finally came back from the 6-hour Copenhagen walk. And some of us went over to the steak place that was across the road at the front of the mall. We were pretty late already, so yeah, we were worried about missing it. But yeah, we managed to get a seat, and there was like 9 of us for this as well. Apparently this place is infamous for being slow, and it lived up to that infamy. It was a decent steak place. It was decent, yeah. It wasn't too cheap. It wasn't bad. It wasn't fantastic steak, but like, it was steak. We were there for a couple of hours as well. But yeah. Cosmo, Sammy, Flugel, me, Gay Wizards, Natsu, Alex, Lude, yeah. And was Patrick there in the end? Yes, Patrick was there, yeah. So there are a bunch of us. Bunch of talking about how we're going to get there, because we were trying to do it while we were in Copenhagen, but it turned out they were too busy. Meanwhile, yeah, no, Pat was trying to go with Lude for fish. Yeah, they went to a Japanese place for food, and this is what they got instead. They also tried in Copenhagen and didn't work out, so they went somewhere else. And it looks really good, not going to lie. I wouldn't mind trying that at some point. Pot. Another pot photo. I'm just going to assume Cosmo got screwed in that one as well. Cosmo's birthday again. Okay, so we'll talk about, yeah, the steak was pretty good. It was like around this size. It was a bit smaller than I was expecting for the price, but like, it was good steak, admittedly. And like, the chips were pretty good as well. And then we had a Belgian dessert after going up and asking them for the dessert menu because they did not seem to want to come over to us. Belgian chocolate dessert was pretty good as well. And then we had to go up again to ask for the bill, and then we had problems with the bill because they put it as one big bill for 9 people for some reason, instead of thinking of the idea that maybe we'd want to split it between everyone. And the waitress we got didn't seem to be so confident with not English, so Tist was the main one dealing with it because he's Swedish, so he could actually talk with her. And I just had to sit there like, yeah, I liked the food. Please stop talking to me. I had no idea what to say. Jensen's Bofus, yes. Dude, every time we walked past the steak place, I couldn't stop thinking, like, it's like B-O-F-H-U-S, and I couldn't think of, like, Jensen's Bofus what? Bofus Jensen's nuts, I don't know, like, it's so dumb, but, like, I couldn't help it every time I looked at that. Yeah, the bill for 9 people was ridiculous. It's so hard to pay for 9 people. I mean, I assume the bill for 9 people wasn't, like, an insane price. It probably looked more crazy because, like, the transition rate. Like, I translated the UK stuff. It was, like, I don't know, 12, 14 pounds or something for what I got. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Beef house. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that's where it okay, well, it's both of us, I'm afraid. A few hundred for 9 people. Yeah, I mean, in the UK, if you get, like, it's like £20 a person. So, 180 makes sense. What's 180 in SEK? £180, like 2,000 krona. Really? Jesus. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like a few hundred doesn't seem that bad at all. Oh, it's a hell of a pain in the ass to sort out. The waitress had to go around asking us individually what we'd ordered, and then she had to, like, make a separate bill in each separate case, so it was just really annoying. But yeah, we'd probably spend almost as long, like, trying to handle the bill as waiting for them to come over to us. So, the food was good, though. The food was good. Not gonna lie. Hey, here you go. Here's some more of the, like, the tower and stuff, yeah. Oh, yeah, we went to a bar while we were there as well, just because we were all very tired from walking around for 6 hours. What you don't see in the bottom right is me being asleep again for another hour. I never got it. There was no chance, like, during the day, like, once you woke up during the day, there's no chance to go back to bed for a moment. Because I didn't know if I'd, 1, fall asleep for longer than an hour, and 2, if I did, what would I miss? I don't want to miss anything. I'm with my friends, you know? So, I never really got a chance to sleep, except for places like this, apparently, when we're just sitting down and doing nothing for a while. More, yeah, more pictures from the view. It's something. Oh, hey, Wolfie's awake. So, Pat started playing Jubeat at some point, and he said he was having so much more fun once he put the headphones on and realized how good it all sounded and stuff. And, like, a day or two after that, I was watching Cosmo playing Sound Voltics, and Pat was also playing this, and it was really fun watching him. He really moved with the music. It was great. It's not the greatest video, but, like, I think it gets the point across well enough. He was doing this for the whole song. It was fantastic. The next couple, like, a couple of songs after it was even better. He was moving even more, but I didn't have the camera out in time to properly record it, so, yeah, I let that one slide. It was so good. We'll get another one from him later. It was so much fun watching him play. I couldn't upload it myself because, I don't know, Discord wouldn't let me. It's like 3 megabytes, so I don't know why it wouldn't let me, but it wouldn't. Discord's weird. So yeah, this is the Friday now, I believe? Yes, this is Friday. So, I was already getting sick at this point. Kale's already left like a couple of days ago. Most people are starting to wear masks because ESA is starting to get sick for everybody. I didn't really realize that I was properly sick because, 1, I'm bad at telling when I'm sick. 2, we'd been walking around for 8 hours and I hadn't had a drink while I was walking around. I think it was probably related to that, so. Yeah, I woke up at like 6 AM, like dying of thirst. My water bottle was empty, so I just was basically awake from 6 until whenever I got up for food. It was not a good time. I was not feeling great, but I felt a lot better after eating something and having a drink, so I thought maybe it's fine after all. Maybe it was the problem that I thought it was. I'm not good at telling when I'm ill. So, yeah. It's Friday, we are all exhausted. Kale's found a bowling place, Wolfie still wants to bowl, nobody feels up to it. Here's the ice cream tutorial, so we'll go for this first.
Alright.
The ice cream is really good. It's so good in this place. Like, genuinely surprisingly good.
This is gonna be a very, very important video for Skull Dude and Katie especially, but also anyone else. Alright, is it open? It's free, alright.
So Wolfie's recording, ours is the guy on the side
Alright,
here.
okay, I mean, we're already live.
You're already live.
Alright.
So first, you must grab a cup.
Yep.
This is what you'll be
Yep,
used
all
to
those cups.
contain it.
Here's the ice cream machine. It's a little confusing. You might think to bring it up. That's not what you do. You have to bring it down.
You do.
Yep.
To bring it
That is right. And again, nice.
And you
Close up
want
there.
to slow.
Yeah, really fill the cup. Really fill
Oh,
it.
it's so
that is
good.
That is a good one.
Oh, I want
Yeah,
more of
then
it now.
Utensil, you
Yep.
grab a spoon, grab a
Yep, stay
napkin.
tidy. That's very important.
Lies, you do not grab a napkin, you eat the damn thing and you'll be happy about it.
Here's all the toppings. We
Yeah,
can
okay, we've
choose
got
from.
rainbow caramel. We've got
caramel, polka
mint,
milk,
chocolate.
chocolate, and
Yep.
whatever the hell that is.
Yep.
And look at this, bro.
toffee, rust.
I never had any of these, so I don't actually know how they taste, but I assume they're pretty good.
Raspberry.
Raspberry,
Yep.
white
There's
chocolate,
those as well. Hello.
caramel,
Yep.
and you just squeeze these to put it on.
You
baby.
do. Yep.
Squeeze them to put it on.
Yep. So it's just gonna come out in a very satisfying streak.
Look at that.
Look at that. And you put whatever you want on. Yep.
Just a little bit.
And Flugel, what do you
Just
think
like
about the ice
that.
cream as well? It's very good,
Just
isn't
like
it?
that.
Lovely.
It is.
Absolutely
It
brilliant.
is.
Hi,
There you
Flugel.
go. That is the experience.
Thank you for watching another video from the Wolfie XC channel.
Oh god, I forgot about that. Yeah. God, ours is great. That was a perfect ending there as well from him. The ice cream is so good. It's so good. You clapped during Alien. Yes, I remember that, Pat. Yeah, every time you were doing it, you clapped along with it. It was so much fun. Oh dear. Yeah, I guess I never spoke about that at any point, did I? So, like, I don't know when that if that ever comes up in the Discord, but it's probably worth mentioning still. I'll go through the chat first to catch up on what I missed again. You want more of it? Yeah, the thing's so good. There was none left. Wow, dang. Ice cream check, nice. So let's talk about Pat. So someone said earlier, like, Pat seems like a, what was it, calm guy, like, stays to himself or something. Here's the thing. I would not be surprised if by the end of ESA, Pat had literally spoken to everybody at the event. I don't mean like most people, I'm exaggerating. I mean everybody. If you told me at some point that Pat just went into the elevator, pressed a number on the lift, went up to a room on that floor, just knocked the door, said, "Hi, I'm Pat, I'm at ESA," and had a conversation with them, I would probably believe you at this point. I don't think anyone didn't know him by the end. Here's the main point that proves, like, what I'm going for here. So, there was always an arcade, like, organizer guy at the front desk, like, at the front of the arcades, just making sure everything's good. He was pretty much always on his own, except for one time. That time was when Pat was speaking with him for an hour. I don't know how Pat started talking with this guy. I don't know how Pat continued with this guy. All I know, at some point the conversation ended and I thought, oh, that's cool, he probably had a lot of fun there. I guess it's all done. And then at some point, he came back. Continued talking with the arcade guy. I don't think I saw this arcade guy talking with anyone else on this desk, except at this point. Patrick's the only guy that ever spoke with him as far as I can tell, and he did it for like 3 solid hours. He spoke with the game devs extensively at this place. He probably spoke with the guys on the front desk. I don't know if he spoke with a hotel front desk, I wouldn't be surprised again. He definitely spoke with some of the staff, that's for sure. Pat spoke with everybody. I don't even get how. Like, holy crap. I just thought, like, Pat seems like the kind of guy that, like, he'll probably, like, speak with a couple of people. Sure, that seems nice. Like, he probably won't be interested in FMQ, go around, like, play dance games or whatever. No. If there was a group of people, Pat's now involved with them. Meanwhile, he's carrying around this goddamn Patrick Powerbox thing, so if, like, he's probably gotten, like, 5 more sales from this marathon. Crowd control dude didn't know Pat. Does he now? You spoke with the guy. I wouldn't be surprised. Can't tell if you met Pat or not. I mean, if you saw him in the image, you'll probably know who he is at this point. So, yeah. Playing Power... Oh, yeah, Pat brought a Steam Deck. I forgot about that. Does the janitor know Pat? Again, wouldn't be surprised. Probably asked what sort of stuff the janitor cleans. I don't know. Yeah, Pat spoke with everybody, man. Anyway, carrying on. This is Friday, so you'll notice that we kind of skipped a bunch of time here, and there's not been any talk of an activity. Like, it's midday here, and then suddenly it's like 4 or 5 p.m. Do you know why? Because Friday's activity was Fangame Music Quiz. Skull had got like a 4100, and we were all very, very tired. Nobody wanted to go bowling. There was like another set of tickets we got for like another escape room if you cared to, but nobody had the energy. So what we did was we sat down in the Magic the Gathering room because there was, no, the chess room because it wasn't getting used. We set up Kore's computer, and for 5 straight hours, we tried to name that song. That was the activity for the day. From around 1 to 6 p.m., we just sat in that room playing Fangame Music Quiz, trying to beat Skull, which seemed like the most fangamer thing we could possibly do to me. Like, we've got a mildly difficult challenge, and we are all far too stubborn to quit. It was fantastic. Around 6, we beat Skull, and genuinely the consecutive... We all agreed that the feeling was after that, like, what the hell do we do now with the rest of the day? There was nothing left. We had no idea. Like, it's 6 p.m. We have no idea how to finish Friday off. Yeah, it says 5:30 here because UK time. It's 6:30 Sweden time, so that's why. And then, yeah, some people went for food. Some of us, like, watched Lude and Flugel play Fangame Pop-Off Quiz by Wolfie. They played the Fangame Millionaire thing as well a little bit after, and that was just because we didn't know what to wind down with after playing 5 hours straight of solid Fangame Music Quiz. So, yeah. Conclusive. I think that's what I was going for. Conclusive opinion. There you go. You wasn't sure if you liked the game? Yeah, no, I could have told you you'd like the game, Sammy. It doesn't matter if you're a puzzle person or not. You'll like Patrick's Parabox. It's too good. Sausage roll, I'm not sure if I could include. Sausage roll, I despise one of the mechanics in that game. Anyway, that's on me personally and like side thing. So yeah, this is. I'll skip through this because the voices isn't really what matters. Like, it's the slowest turning machine in the world. This is the thing that climbed up, and yeah, we got to explore. Like, yeah, 5 seconds does not advance you very far around the spinning here.
My camera, it's not too bad.
Hey, you get some really good views though. Come on, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Damn it. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you get some good views. It's really cool.
Wow.
Zoo. Yeah, we don't need to watch all of it. You get the idea. So this is Friday. Yeah, this is basically the last day for most people. A lot of people are leaving at like 7 a.m. on Saturday, like ours. So some people I think were left even left the group even earlier just to go to bed sooner, like Noctis and Swansea as well. Yeah, and then we get the okay, so there's some big... Where's the big online group? No, the big online group photo gets posted later, like right at the bottom. Honestly, so there was a place in front of an ESA logo by a professional photographer, which was meant to be like the finale photo. That's all of our group together. Yeah, that's not the... To us, the final photo is something very different. See, here's the thing. So BBF had gone earlier to, like, this 10th anniversary ESA, like, food restaurant thing. I forget the details. Where they were talking about ESA a bit and have food. According to him, there wasn't really enough food. Like, it was, like, very bite-sized. Like, fancy sort of food. So he went to McDonald's afterwards, and we all learned that after taking the big group photo. So, Patrick, specifically Pat... Pat's been the instigator of so many things, and you wouldn't expect him the slightest. Decided we should go photobomb BBF. So our collective group of 15 people walked over to McDonald's, and then while we were there, we saw BBF leaning against the window, and he had zero clue we were there, and we tried our best to take a photo of this. Hold on, I'll just open all 3 of these here. Because it honestly just tells a story on its own. It's fantastic. Yeah, he had zero clue we were here. And here's him just having no idea. He's just looking at this random guy that we don't know staring outside making a peace sign. He has zero clue that everyone has arrived. Like, you got Adam, me, Gaywiz, Kurath, Wolfie, Kale's obviously gone home at this point. We're still getting in for the record, as you can see from, like, the side photos. So, like, yeah, Cosmo's rushed in, Zwanzig's arriving, here's Noxus down here. I don't recognize this guy. He's a random passerby. Oh, no, he's one of the Final Fantasy crew. He came along with Noctis and Zwanzig, that's why. And now, yeah, and now you get, like, part 2. BBF's turned around and suddenly notices we're here. I was really hoping we'd be able to take the photo without him noticing us at all, but this was great too. Yeah, everyone's just trying their best to get into position. Suddenly we all notice he's noticed us, so we have to rush. And then you get this. Here's the final photo. Here's BBF. You will notice the perfect lighting, by complete accident, has blocked him off from the photo where we photobomb him. Meanwhile, Mr. Random Person to the side, perfectly visible. Wolfie's even posing. Oh my god. You know those, like, meme images where they say, like, oh, the boys are getting up to something with another girl or something, and then it goes over to the boys, and the boys are doing some stupid thing, like this? Yeah, this was the finale group photo to all of us. Nothing could top this one. Here's everybody here. You got Adam, myself, Gaywiz, Kurath, Wolfie. Here's Zwanzig, Alex, Cosmo, Ars, Sammy, Lude, Flugel, Natsu, Tist, Final Fantasy guy, Oromit, I believe his name was, and Noctis. And, of course, good old BBF. Good old BBF. I think Noctis was on the... Yeah, okay, so Noctis is visible. Good, I wasn't sure the webcam covered it up. Good old BBF. This was the finale photo for all of us. Not the professional one taken by someone who knows what they're doing. This thing. This was fantastic. Zwanzig was just running in, he couldn't figure out where to go and decided to just crouch down here. It's a shame Kale couldn't be here for this one, but yeah, this was the finale. It was so good. It was such a good ending. It really was. He was there with his wife. Nice. Oh, God, I love that. Yeah, professional, I know, right, Alex? Oh, God, I love that photo. Yeah, Flugel actually has the Mario Maker sort of, like helmet there as well that he made. Yeah, that was the finale. That was the end of Friday. We all start saying our goodbyes and stuff. Lude shows that he can bend over backwards and break his back. Yeah, Patrick's not in this photo because he's the one taking the photo. I feel like half the time Pat's not in the photos because he's just taking them. Yeah, and then Adam points out who everybody is, so... And then, yeah, it's Saturday, we're all starting to leave. Here's just an image. I don't know where this image came from, honestly, but okay. Maybe from the Wolfie stream. I hope Wolfie's highlighted this, but like at the end of Friday, just nobody wanted to go to bed, basically, because, you know, it's saying goodbye.
Now,
I'm gonna just chatting.
now that we're streaming, maybe the chat can go stream. Just figure it out.
So, they were playing
I don't
Coup,
know.
the game where you try to kill each other or something. You're all big, like,
I don't know
CEOs or
what
whatever the hell
that
it is, and yeah.
But I
In the
went
distance,
alive
you
for
see
this.
Adam, Tist, speaking with somebody. Oh, that's Zero, isn't it? Yeah, Zero Sierran or something. I think that's his name. I'm probably pronouncing
Wait,
it
hang
wrong.
on. You can't look at my. I was gonna show my.
We got, like, Flugel, Natsu, Sammy, myself, and Pat over to the side here. Mostly screwing around, kind of talking about Game Maker stuff. And then, yeah, it's just him, Wolfie, recording this.
Oh no.
I skipped to a good part.
That's what I got. Big man.
The gang is all here to an extent.
No, absolutely not.
Alright, it's gonna be another.
Yeah, at some point people came over. It was an hour-long stream, so yeah, there you go.
Alright.
Obviously, I'm not going to show all of this off.
You do a pretty good job given that's...
Is he getting up? Oh, they did the worm or something. Yeah, and then they were saying goodbye and stuff as well. Yeah. Somebody did the worm. I think that was Lude. Yeah.
Best idea.
Lude's just very athletic.
Fun Game Talents 2022, Eric says.
Yeah, there you go. It was a pretty good stream. So, yeah. Oh, that's there. I'll just link that one in chat. And, like, if there's a VOD, I hope Wolfie highlights it. So, if people want to watch that in full, you can. Zero Sierra. Good. I'm glad I pronounced that correctly. That table? I don't know. What table? Do you mean the table in the middle of this video? This table's always been here. I'm pretty sure it was just in, like, multiple desk forms before. It wasn't, like, a full-on table. Oh! And here was the final round. So, this was the end of Friday. Like, this is FMQ's finale.
Here we go. We got this like 70 times.
So, before this, we got every song correct up till song 29, which is a Go the Time song, which is unfortunate because we had a bunch from that game. This is from a game called I Want to Exit From Here, which I found really funny, and probably you'll hear me say it like 5 times because I didn't think anyone heard the first time. Because, like, we got a bunch of Exit From Here songs, we never guessed them correctly until here.
Exit from here.
Yes. Oh my god.
Alright!
Hold on, my face cam's in the way, I forgot about that. There you go.
Brilliant! Yes.
Exit from here is the last frame.
Oh.
Perfect.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Here we go. We got this like 70 times. Exit from here.
Yes. Oh my god.
Alright!
Brilliant! Yes.
Exit from here is the last frame.
That's the sound of a group of 10 people sat in a room for 5 hours trying to beat a single man
Brilliant.
at a video game. And succeeding, finally. That's, yeah. Yeah, that was us beating Skulldude for the last time. So we finally beat Skulldude's score at long last. And then we didn't tell him. And then he seemed to think when Wolfie was streaming that he'd won. Because he didn't realize. It was a good time. Yeah, so here's, yeah, people packing up and whatnot. So everyone's waking up and leaving. I found this song in Sound Voltex. Now, that's all there is to it for that. And a lot of this is going to be Noctis complaining about flights being a problem again. So, yeah. Oh, right on time. I didn't realize that song was in there. Huh. So, yeah, some people were staying behind until the Sunday as well, like Cosmo, Patrick, and so on. Like, Karath, I think, was going off to some other things as well. But, like, for the most part, everything's wrapping up. Like, here's the final day. Like, here's 16 people playing Mario Kart Double Dash. At some point, Pat joined in with them as well, because Pat involved himself with everybody. Flugel, Wolfie, BBF on the couch, yeah, so. Around here's, yeah, when me and Wolfie had gone, here's my shoes. Wolfie took a photo of the airport to just prove that he'd gotten to the airport. And some people mentioning the idea of, like, a fan game, like, lock at ESA next year. I assume that's going to be summer ESA, because I don't think anybody's going to really be going to winter. Because, yeah, twice a year is a lot. Yes! Here it is. Okay, so again, I couldn't upload things to Discord because I don't have Nitro. This one's actually 15 megabytes. So, Patrick could play In the Groove a couple of times in the arcade, and I thought it was really cool watching him play, and I really wanted to watch him play Anniversary again on doubles, which is basically like, the song is made for 2 dance pads instead of 1. Unfortunately, they decided to use In the Groove for one of the events at that point in time, right before me and Wolfie were about to leave. So Pat came up with I didn't expect this in the slightest. Pat came up with the idea. He put the song on his phone, and then he tried to play along with it. And we are watching this in full.
Ready? Yeah.
If you complain about vertical cam here, you're wrong. I wanted to capture Pat in full. This is actually the intended answer here. Is it playing? Did I not play it? I did not play it. I am bad.
No,
at this.
it's.
No, it's not. I didn't play it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You ready? So keep in mind. Keep in mind, the chair at the back here is meant to be the bar that a lot of these In the Groove / DDR players tend to use to hold on to. So, yeah. I'm so glad I got this. I was not expecting this in the slightest. Like, if you're good enough, you can kind of make out on the bottom, like, the actual notes Pat's trying to hit, because he actually knows what he's doing here. And for the record, Pat's been playing DDR for years. He's actually good at this game. He's genuinely really good. So like when he's actually on a pad, on one of the machines, it's really impressive watching him hit these. And that's why I really wanted to record him actually doing it. It's like this is a good backup though. It's pretty good. Repay get yeah. Oh, Kieran. Oh, Kieran. Gotcha. Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, you can see it in his feet movement. Yeah, I think you probably got a decent score, Pat, honestly. I think you did pretty well at this one. Good song, too. Yeah, right after this, Pat said, like, this is not a song you go into without warm-up, which is entirely fair. As you'll see, he was kind of dying by the end. Yeah, he's already done.
Oh,
There you go.
Failed at the end. Unfortunate. Claps for everyone. Claps for everyone.
He was dying, and that's why I cut the recording. Yeah, it was so good. I'm so glad I got to see that one. Oh god, that was so cool. So yeah, here's people, yeah, like the last set of groups, just walking around doing things. Some of us flying back, obviously. Oh, I don't remember this one. It's food. Anuj is trying to figure out our location, apparently. So yeah, here's the last few people. Who actually is it in here? Because it's kind of hard to make them out. So you got Cosmo, Natsu, BBF, Korath, and as per usual, Patrick's taking the photo. So he's not in yet another one. These are the last, like, few people before that went back to ESA. Yeah. This was also the final trip for Natsu, because Natsu was basically going to go from this trip straight to the train station and get back after this. Yeah, there's various people talking about how they're sick as well, and, like, considering I was not feeling great the last few days, and I've been drinking a lot right now and coughing quite a bit on stream, yeah, still not perfect. I'm glad no one hated Flugel and Natsu. Sammy, there was no way that was happening. Yeah, I'm really glad Natsu and Flugel went as well. I wasn't expecting that either, but, like, that makes sense. But yeah, like, there was no way. Like, I can mock Natsu whenever I like in stream, and now I can do it in person. It's great. If you can deal with my jokes, you'll be able to hang out well with everybody, I think. And as another fellow Brit, I think you're gonna do fine with that one, so that was gonna go fine. Yeah. Ours has a pet frog. Sure. Let's see if I can go next year. Good luck, Renix. Yeah. Brazil is gonna be a bit of a problem for that. Various talk about, like, gimmick stuff, things that we could do as, like, the 5-hour fan game block idea, crowd control, maybe. I've thought about crowd control before, I could have no idea on how the hell that could even work. I just genuinely thought it couldn't, but people came up with decent ideas here, so. Yeah, there's the VOD again from before. Oh yeah, Pat took this photo! It's so good! It's such a good photo! It's such a good photo that I'm actually going to enlarge it so we can see it better. Ah, too close. Dude, I don't know why, but like Patrick was one of the main people that I really wanted to meet. Just partly because he's like one of the nicest guys in our community, and partly because he's a good friend of mine. And all the things I've done with him. Like, when I finally saw him for the first time, I just said, like, no, we're having like a 10-second hug and you're not getting me out of this. You do not get this one off me. I don't know why I like you so much, but like, I like you this much, and we're gonna be hugging for a while. Yeah, yeah. I love this guy. This guy's great. This guy could do whatever the hell he likes, and I'm so glad for that. Also, Cosmo had a rat, and he put this on people's heads sometimes. So, and threw them at people, because, sure. That's the story of the rat, don't worry about it. The rat was there. Yeah, ours just, like, giving a summary, say, like, it was cool. And here's the end of the bike's finally gone. At long last, by Sunday, the bike has disappeared. So, yeah. Couple more from just, like, wherever the hell they went. I think it was London, they said. Water tower. Conversation about the water tower. This is apparently a hotel in the old place. Yeah, that's a building. So on and so forth. And then, no, I don't know. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's pretty much the end of this. Oh, food museum stuff. Okay, alright. I actually don't know these photos. Maybe these will load. Okay, cool. These loaded. Cool. So, here's some photos of the disgusting food museum again, I guess. Videos? Ah, videos.
Yeah, well, I'll just, you know.
So, over to the right of here is where you don't see me asleep. While all of this happens and I have zero clue. Yeah, bugs were some of the things that you could try as well.
The silkworms are
And it's just giant bottle of water because you kind of need it. So yeah, this was like, that was like the row in the middle I was trying to show, yeah. But to the right is the other stuff.
I can feast with my frog on these.
Oh, what are you eating, Ars?
Eating mealworms. I feed them to my frog. So.
Oh, shit.
Now I
Fair
know-
enough. Alright. Root beer was also there, because reasons, yeah. So one of the things you could try, like, it's this, yeah, I'm not going to show all of this, it's 2 minutes long again. You could try a bunch of the stuff, though. I would have been up for it if I could have. Oops.
Do the thing. The big juicer.
Oh, that's a big bug, dang.
Cheers.
Yeah. That's the food museum. There's a surprising number of videos in this. I didn't expect that. And then there's chili stuff at the end. So yeah, that it's meant to be chili stuff and it's like spicy stuff.
Alright, buddy. Let's go.
Like, does it ever stop, or does it keep getting worse?
Facial change.
Oh god. Always over this month.
Alright, that was a strong one apparently.
For a bit, and then it gets to the rest of my mouth.
Oh boy.
Okay, it's getting worse.
Oh, it's getting worse. Nice, yeah. Yeah, there's
We can buy
6.
some. We can buy some.
Oh, you can buy some. Oh, Cosmo dying. Is this 5 or 6? This might be after they tried the 6th one. Oh, no, it's before it. Okay, well, we're not going to see the end result from this video. So I guess it's this. So yeah, they were told to keep this in their mouth for like 15 seconds or something. 6 minutes? We're not watching all of this.
So it's just like a mandate. Yeah, so this one will start to, you'll start to feel it.
Okay, so they're talking about how it burns. Okay, they've already had it at this point, yeah. The main thing I remember from this is Cosmo's kind of dying. Like, Cosmo had trouble with this.
That's barely more.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's more.
Which is fair, because... Oh, no, this... Okay, there you go. I guess now it's 6, fine.
You need some milk?
Yeah, I definitely need milk.
Like, it was so strong, they were told to keep it on their tongues for 15 seconds.
You know, it says I don't taste everything. He's shaking.
I guess that's the last one then. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the videos. I don't really get too much from that one, unfortunately. So, that's the disgusting food museum for the end stuff. I'm not going to show, like, the whole thing, because obviously that would take, like, another half an hour on its own. And then we finally get to the end of the stuff, yeah. ESA feedback form, hat leaving Quality View Hotel. Quality Hotel photo. Funnily enough, this is a surprisingly similar photo to the one Wolfie took. As you can see, yeah, the weather's a bit different, that's the main thing. The event was cool. There's a bunch of runs posted here, because, like, things that people wanted to mention. People coming back. Here was the professional hotel video, by the way. Like, this is meant to be the professional photo. It has this weird, like, grainy look on it, and I don't know why. Like, yeah. I have no idea what's happened with this video, this photo. Like, why it looks this way. I had the now shirt, because it felt appropriate for the final day in the photos to have the now shirt. But this is very much like, yeah, everyone was trying to find a spot to fit in. And this is, again, everybody. That was in the McDonald's photo. But the McDonald's photo is the final photo. This is the generic group shot. The McDonald's photo is the final one. Friggin' lewdness, flexibleness. Yeah. It was cool. Yeah, the real group picture is the McDonald's photo. I was not as... Pat's really tall. He's like 6'5", whatever the hell. I don't know the actual number, but he's far taller than me. And I'm like 6 foot or something, so yeah. Yeah. Mum asked me if... The first thing after going shopping, my mum asked if I was going to get baby carrots because she really liked the video, like I pointed out. And there you go. And there's everybody home. Oh. This is Cosmo trying to drink from the boot for the first time. There you go. Trying his very best. He goes for 10 seconds, which admittedly pretty good. But there is so much in this boot.
The inauguration.
That's way too much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's way too big, dude. And that's it. And that's ESA! That's the marathon. That was everything. That is everything we did over a period of a week and a couple of days. It was... Oh, it was fantastic, dude. I have no words. I have no words, man. It's so cool. It was so good. I missed a bunch of chat again. King and King. Hi, Twitch. Yeah, everyone in the ESA crew, feel free to say hi, Twitch. That's fine. Go for it. Get into the ESA channel and just say it if you're in the stream still. Yeah, it's... Yeah, what Fram said, No God. It's like, Cozy versus... something else. V1? What did V win? I don't know. Alright, cool. Alright, I can try and find that real quick. Appearance. Yeah, Cozy versus Compact. There you go. Me and Kale, really? We were the two? Out of everybody there. Interesting. Hell yeah, thanks, Pat. That's cool. Feel free to take me to, like, the Japanese food place next time, because I do really like Japanese food. We traffic lighted! You did! Red, yellow, green! Oh my god, that's so good. I'm scrolling through the chat very slowly, but yeah. Need to head out for some food, yeah. Flow's probably gone, but see ya, Flow. 0 days, oh. The lighting is, yeah, the lighting's terrible, Fram. I don't know how it went so badly, but alright, fine. Like, Pat's phone is better than that photo. So, he had like a professional camera as well for that photo. So I have no idea how it went badly. Asking for a picture. Dude, you don't need a picture. You've got what you needed. A conversation. As we all know, words are worth 1,000 pictures. Yeah. The biggest disappointment from this year was probably that they rejected Justice Guy. We only submitted 2 runs, admittedly. I Want to Be the Co-op with me and Cosmo wasn't admittedly that optimized, and I don't think I want to try that again because I don't want to stream at 10 PM again. I just don't have the energy for it. Maybe I'll try that, submitting that with Wolfie. That would be fun. And then Justice Guy, which is a really cool run that Cosmo submitted that's also, like, really good, but oh well. Obama All Bosses sound like a really good meme run and apparently turned out to be terrible, which is a real shame. So yeah, apparently, like, Pat, again, going back to Pat meeting with everyone, Pat met with one of the guys on the staff crew who apparently knew fan games and said if there'd been more fan game submissions, then they probably would have gotten one in. Because apparently, more submissions for the same genre means there's more interest, therefore they accept them. I mean, if, like, 20 people submitted Mario 64, that would be kind of weird, but, okay, sure, whatever. Oh, whatever, yeah, whatever, sure. Maybe next year we'll all submit a speedrun to to ESA. So, I'm sure we'll probably submit more that year, and we'll actually feel like it, and if not, then we have this fan game block anyway, so that'll be pretty cool. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun with that. Yeah, that was probably Alex. We'll see what happens. Oh, they'll get submissions. Yeah, we'll see if they accept your 2-hour slime park run, Zonzig. Ponder may actually be interesting. Ponder may actually be interesting. I do think that's a cool run. And obviously you can probably knock that down to like 15 minutes as well. Yes, Mushi, I didn't quite get the explanation either. It's strange, but yes. Yeah. Separately submits a Water first run. Yeah. So yeah. There's plans for next year already, that's for sure. Especially now that, like, it's happening again. But basically, ESA this year was probably one of the best events in our community, and I don't think anyone's going to be forgetting it anytime soon, that's for sure. It was really cool. Hello, feel free to submit a fan game. Submit Little Runner. I don't know, man. Everyone submits something. We'll get Lude back in for the first time in goddamn 5 years. You could, yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, like, I'm gonna have to cut the highlight at some point, so this feels like the perfect place. So, like, this is it for the GDQ, the GDQ, the ESA talk. Let's just go back through everything here real quick. Let's just, like, one final time, from end to beginning. Hide the webcam, show them all. Here's all the photos I opened up. Let's just open the other ones up here as well. There we go, just so we have everything. Here's everybody, like the Disgusting Food Museum, photo with Pat, McDonald's. This is the final photo. This is the group photo for the ages. It's so good. I love this, dude. Like, this, it was such a good... it was such a good event. It was just... everything was great. We did something every single day. Every day I was exhausted. And I got to meet with all of my friends. And I got to hang out with all of them and have fun. And I got my pizza redemption. Ours was just fantastic to hang out with. Like, nobody could go wrong with ours. He's just, he's fantastic at being social. Yeah. It was just a really good event. It was a really, really good event. And I'm fairly certain most people that went this year will probably want to go next year if they can. Apparently I opened that twice. Fair enough. Apparently opened that twice as well. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, just to go through the list. Here was everybody that was at ESA this year. Oz, Patrick, Wolfie, Cosmo, BBF, Sammy, Flugel, Zwanzig, Noctis, Natsu, Kurath, Adam, Alex, Kale, Gawiz, Lude, Tist. I was gonna say Tice I was gonna pronounce his name correctly almost. Not this guy. And me, Naloa. And there was a bunch of things done as well, like escape room, science museum, mini golf, FMQ obviously. I think they did find the hotel gym. Laser tag and bowling obviously did not happen. It was really, really cool. And if anyone ever, like, considers ESA, I'd highly recommend going if they're part of our group. Because we have so many people. And it's so much fun. Yeah, Lude's username is I'm so Lude, so yeah. Yeah. That's the talk on ESA. I hope you enjoyed. I guess I'll talk about it again next year. See you then. I turned off the webcam so you couldn't see me wave. Yeah.